Welcome to the SI Sports Network from J.B. Murphy Field on the campus of St. Ignatius. It's WCAL football. The Wildcats and the Serra Padres. The Padres come in undefeated. Patrick Walsh has his squad at 9-0 overall, 6-0 in the WCAL. John Regalia has the Cats playing well. SI is 7-2 overall, 5-1 in the WCAL. With a win today, the Cats can grab a share of the WCAL championship for the first time since 2006. Casey Murphy, class of 77, seniors Will Simons, Ronan Kramer, Liam Baker, and Alex Hall will join us on the broadcast today. Sean Lahan, class of 87, is our producer. It's senior day here at SI. The Cats have 18 seniors that were honored here before the game today, along with all the senior team managers. Today is the biggest game on campus since 2006, the last time SI won a share of the WCAL. So Ronan, Serra is undefeated, tough, and well-coached, and has defeated SI for 13 years in a row.
Well, yeah, Patrick Walsh's squad is as good as any team as any good as a team that we've seen in the WCL in recent years. The Padres are sitting pretty with a 9-0 record and control their destiny for not only an outright WCL title, but likely the number one seed in the CCS. This team backs up that record with playmakers on both sides of the ball. Nusi Bolani, a 6'6", 250-pound defensive end, leads Serra's powerful front seven, while safety and Washington State commit Jackson Latamua is the heart and soul of a strong Serra defensive backfield that shut out Valley Christian last week. On the offensive side of the ball, there's been some turnover as D1 recruit Dalen McLemore got injured against Sacred Heart, and stepping in for him, we saw Dominique Lemkin, who helped lead the Padres to end their 10-0 win last week. Look for running back Nate Sanchez to continue on his strong play recently, as he scored the only touchdown for the Padres last week.
So, Will, Teddy Buchanan is playing today. What do the Cats need to do today to bring home a victory?
I've got two main keys to this game for the Wildcats as they try to upset Serra today. First, on the offensive side, SI needs wide receiver Danny Ryan, Teddy Buchanan's favorite target, to get going early and often against the stout Serra defense that just shut out that undefeated Valley Christian team just last weekend in San Mateo. Serra's got some very talented defensive backs, as Renan just mentioned. Recent Washington State commit Jackson Latamua. So the Cats need to find ways to get their best receiver open in what's going to be his toughest matchup of the season so far. And then, meanwhile, on the defensive side on the ball, the SI defense has to be able to stop the run late in the game today, especially if this is still a close game, because that's something that they've struggled with so far this season. Think back to SI's two losses so far this year against Sacred Heart Prep and Valley Christian, as well as to a certain extent last week against Midi, even though they won that game fairly easily. Serra's got some dominant linemen on both sides of the ball, so again, that's going to be the toughest matchup of the season for a Cats front seven that has played really well throughout the year.
So, Will, you mentioned Danny Ryan. What an outstanding season the senior Danny Ryan has had for the Wildcats. We're going to talk about him during the broadcast as well, but he comes in today with 66 receptions for 943 yards and 10 touchdowns. Just outstanding.
And last week already, he has broken the WCAL record for receptions in one season.
Oh, but Mitch Haniger previously.
Outfielder for the Seattle Mariners. So, former Midi wide receiver, so that's an interesting little nugget.
That's right. Ryan has 45 receptions just in the WCAL.
Yeah, and he's going to build on that record today, I have a feeling. As, like I said, he's Buchanan's favorite target far and away. So look for Serra to maybe double-team him, and in that case, some other playmakers are going to have to step up for the Wildcats if they're going to have a shot at winning the game today.
Now, it should be mentioned that Dalen McLemore, son of Dana McLemore, a former 49er player, Serra's starting quarterback, is hurt, not playing today. SI had a quarterback plus a linebacker not play last week, but did not miss a beat against the Midi Monarchs, as Zachary Taylor-Smith came on and played very well in that victory against Midi last week. So we're going to have our prayer, our anthem, and our kickoff in just a few moments. You are watching the SI Sports Network.
Hello, I'm SI Performing Arts student Margaret Dresselhaus, class of 2020, and here is your Fall 2019 SI Performing Arts calendar. On October 30th through November 1st in Wiegand Theater, it's the SI Playwright Festival, where each scene is directed by an SI student. From November 7th to November 16th in Bannon Theater, we present our annual fall play, the Tony Award-winning All My Sons by Arthur Miller. On December 4th and 6th, it's the Winter Concert Rock Orchestra, featuring the SI Orchestras and Jazz Band in Bannon Theater. This is a rock concert performance with classical, jazz, and holiday music. On December 5th, it's the annual Winter Choral Concert, featuring the SI Chamber Singers and the SI Choral Program. And also in December, from the 11th to the 13th in Wiegand Theater, the SI Dance Workshop presents its winter dance concert, Recollective. For more information, additional performances, and tickets for all events this fall, log on to siprep.org and click on Arts. That's siprep.org and click on Arts.
During the 1970s, the sport of soccer was a thriving sport in San Francisco. In fact, St. Ignatius had numerous frosh-soft club soccer teams in order to continue the development of their players to potentially make the JV and varsity teams. These soccer teams were named after many species of wildcats, such as tigers, pumas, cougars, cheetahs, and bobcats. These teams not only provided freshmen and sophomores a chance to develop, but also allowed them to join the pack, where they could be part of a team within the larger SI community. SI has 26 athletic programs, 66 teams with 1,020 athletes and 125 coaches. This year, with your sponsorship, you will join the pack and receive a pass for all SI home games and the opportunity for advanced pregame sales to the Bruce Mahoney Series. Sponsorships are available at many levels, and new this year for your business or company is an opportunity to advertise on SI's new mobile app. Your tax-deductible donation will help us provide our athletes and coaches with support that will strengthen the pack. Go to siprep.gorepu.com to buy your season pass or partnership. That's siprep.gorepu.com. Again, that's siprep.gorepu.com. I am SI Athletic Director John Mulcairns. Go Cats!
And we're back here at J.B. Murphy Field. The captains from both teams are out at midfield. For the Serra Padres, Liam Kilbridge is a cornerback, one of the captains. Terrence Lavelle, the running back, Nate Sanchez, that we spoke about in our pregame. And Nusi Milani, one of the terrific defensive players for the Padres. For the Wildcats, Danny Ryan, the record-setting wide receiver. Nice to see Teddy Buchanan back in uniform. He'll start at quarterback today. Jafer Snipes playing very well on defense for the Cats this year, and Bo Gardner, a UCLA commit. And now we're going to turn it over to our public address announcer, the great Kevin Buckley, for our game prayer and national anthem. our game prayer and national anthem here at J.B. Murphy Field. Packed house, excited crowd, big ball game here at St. Ignatius today. The biggest game on campus since 2006, the last time the Cats won a share of the WCAL championship. So guys, buckle up. It's going to be a great one. Cats and the Padres. Padres 6-0 in league play. The Cats 5-1. Valley Christian won last night to go to 6-1. So if the Cats can pull it out today, 3 teams at 6-1 in the WCAL and a co-chair championship, hopefully, for the Wildcats. Last night around the WCAL, as mentioned, Valley Christian defeated Mitty 28-0. St. Francis beat the Bells 28-10. And a big game going on at Reardon today as Reardon christens their brand new football field on campus at Reardon Field, completely redone as the Irish are taking on the Crusaders over on Phelan Avenue. But we got a great one here today, folks. Kickoff in just a minute. Cats and the Padres.
And it looks like the Cats are kicking off. Or no, the Padres are kicking off, so the Cats will get the ball first.
SI will get the ball first. The kicker for the Padres is Damon Lewis. He's their punter and their kicker. Danny Ryan is deep for the Wildcats, along with Deshae Shannon.
It's going to be a huge first possession, too, I think, for the Cats. As you talked about, KC, SI hasn't won a game versus Sarah in 13 years. So, but this is a different team this year, and I think the players know that. So, seeing how SI responds to this responds in this first possession, hopefully gets out going quickly, especially since Valley Christian did not score a point last week against Sarah.
This is Shannon. Shannon with some room. Fumbles the football right out of the gate, and it's going to be recovered by the Padres inside the 15, down to the 12, and the kicker, Damon Lewis, recovered the fumble.
I mean, we talk about momentum. We talk about getting the ball first. That is the exact last thing you could have hoped for the Cats, and now the Padres set up shop on SI's 14.
Wow. Not the way we drew it up to start the ball game, but how about the kicker, Damon Lewis, getting down there to recover the fumble? Wow. As mentioned, for the Padres, their starting quarterback, Dalen McLemore, will not play. He's out for the season. Dominic Lampkin, number 7, is the Padre quarterback. Double wing formation, and it's Latamua getting up the middle for a nice run on first down.
Lampkin, only a sophomore, by the way, so very much of a lack of experience is apparent here for the Sarah quarterback.
Well, yeah, he made his first start last weekend, and this is definitely something that Coach Walsh's staff will definitely look at, as he could be their quarterback next year.
That was Jackson Latamua with the run. And here's a pitch back to Nate Sanchez. He gets to the 5-yard line. It's going to be very close to a first down. He's going to be just a foot or two short, so it's going to be third and very short for the Padres.
You got to imagine the Padres keep it on the ground here.
Yeah, they didn't throw the ball a whole lot last week against Valley Christian. I don't assume they would want to do that again this year.
And this is the quarterback, Lampkin, bouncing outside, and he's probably going to get the first down. Maybe, maybe not. Looks like he's going to be short. That's a great play by Devin Enos to make the tackle, and they are going to call this 4th down. It's 4th and inches, and Patrick Walsh has a decision.
And if you're the Cats, this is where you get all your momentum back if you can get a stop here.
Yeah, no kidding. Good call on that. What a tackle by Devin Enos. 4th and an inch, and the Padres are going to go. And it's going to be Latamua, and he is not going to get there.
Wow.
And the Cats hold.
Did he lose the ball in that play? Or?
It was a fumble, and it was recovered by the Cats. Jafer Snipes comes out of there with the football. What a defensive stand for SI. The fumble on the opening kickoff does not hurt, and SI will take over at their own 4-yard line.
And this SI defense has been really good early in the game, in almost every game this season at stopping the run, and especially on 4th down and 1. They've been very good at stopping those short runs.
Jafer Snipes came out of the pile with that football. So SI takes over, and the defense with a terrific stand early in this ball game. Teddy Buchanan is in the shotgun. Joe Celentano is his back. Teddy's looking to throw, looking for his favorite target for a very short gain. Danny Ryan for a couple. That'll bring up second down. We talked about Danny Ryan, 66 receptions on the season coming into the game today, 943 yards, 10 touchdowns, has 45 receptions in the WCAL, both SI records and a WCAL record as well, 4 receptions. From the gun, Buchanan's going to fake it to Celentano, run around the left side, get a first down for the Wildcats, get it away from the shadow of their own goalpost, and that's a huge run by the senior quarterback, Teddy Buchanan.
It's going to be interesting to see how SI chooses to run the ball today because throughout this season they've had much more success running the ball through their quarterbacks, both Buchanan and Zach Taylor-Smith, as opposed to their actual running backs, Joe Celentano and Josiah Shannon. But today, I mean, they're going to really need Teddy Buchanan on the defensive side of the ball today. So it'll be interesting to see if they run the ball a little bit less today to preserve him for the defensive side of the ball.
Well, yeah, no, last season, Zach Taylor-Smith totaled over 100 yards on the ground at Serra. So the SI team can run the ball on the Padres.
Teddy Buchanan breaking it, and this was not a designed run. I think he just had to get away from trouble, and he bursts ahead for 10 yards and another first down for the Wildcats, and very smartly slides down to avoid a big hit. First down for SI.
And Ronan's been talking about momentum. The SI crowd's getting into this game. It's going to be a big factor, I think, especially early in this game. If SI can stay in this early, keep the crowd in it, that's going to be a major factor in helping them, stay with the Padres.
It's going to be Celentano running to his left. Joe Celentano, the Cats are just carving up the Padres right now. 12 yards for Celentano, and another first down for SI.
Yeah, interesting to see Celentano in the game. Josiah Shannon got a lot more of the first-team reps last week, but you got to wonder if after that fumbled kick, Coach Gully had a short leash on Shannon.
Michael Harrison is the receiver near to us, split to the right. Danny Ryan to the left from the gun. Buchanan's going to hand the ball off to Celentano, and Joe Celentano gets ahead for a couple. We'll call it 3, 2nd and 7 for the Wildcats, starting from their own 4-yard line after a terrific defensive stand.
And you notice SI throughout the season has had a lot less success running up the gut between the tackles on when rushing the ball as opposed to running on the outside, especially Celentano. He had a lot of success on outside runs in the Bruce Mahoney game. But Serra can't just leave the middle wide open because if they decide to pass the ball, Buchanan can just run it up the gut himself.
There he is.
There goes Teddy Buchanan for a first down across midfield into Padre territory at the 48-yard line. Teddy Buchanan with a first down run for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Teddy Buchanan, all 3 of his runs have been for first downs today. So far, that's the start you want for the Cats because now opens up the offense multidimensional. They haven't run the ball since the first play of the possession, so keeping the Padres honest here.
And I like this spread offense to start the game so far. SI knows they aren't really going to win this game at the line of scrimmage, so they're not trying to test the Padres, right up the middle. They're spreading them out and using their speed to get the best of the Padres defense.
Celentano, Joe Celentano, that's a great run and a first down for Joe Celentano. Gets it down to the 41. We'll call it 7 yards. 2nd and 3 for the Wildcats.
And Joe Celentano, I mean, Ronan said it a couple minutes ago and how Josiah Shannon's been getting most of the carries since he was returned. But he looks good right now to start this game, I must say.
Could be a penalty here.
No, it's an issue with the chain gang. They got a little excited and start to give SI a first down, and the chains are mismarked right now. There's no question about it. SI had that ball at the 48-yard line. The chains need to move from the 50 to the 48. It should be 2nd and 3. No question about it. The chain gang moved the chains back to the 50. That's incorrect. The chain should be marked at the 48-yard line to the 38-yard line, and it should be 2nd and 3. And I believe they are correcting that right now. SI had so many first down runs, the chain gang just thought Celentano with that 7-yarders was good enough, but it'll be 2nd and 3 for the Wildcats. 6 minutes, 48 seconds just underway. The sun's starting to come out. Another beautiful day on campus here at J.B. Murphy Field. Teddy Buchanan in the gun. He's going to fake it to Celentano. He's going to throw deep on the run. Danny Ryan! First down, Wildcats inside the 15 down to the 12-yard line. What a play, senior to senior Buchanan to Danny Ryan.
And I was literally about to say, look for the SI to throw downfield here. They had so much success running the ball so far in this drive. Look for them to try and exploit the Serra defense. And that's exactly what they did.
That's exactly why I have the run game. Keeps them honest, opens up the field. Bought the play action, had Ryan wide open down the field.
What a throw on the run by Teddy Buchanan. Looking to his right, throwing short, caught by Celentano. Trying to break a tackle. Nice play by Joe Celentano to gain a couple. We'll call it 4 yards on that play. 2nd and 6 from SI. Inside the 10-yard line, down to the 9.
And expect to see a lot of Celentano in the passing game as well, especially if Serra has very tight coverage on Danny Ryan. Throughout the season, we've actually seen more of Celentano in the passing game than the running game. He had a big touchdown against Reardon.
Look for James Adams here in the red zone. He's had a couple red zone targets in the recent weeks.
The big tight end, Danny Ryan to the left, is single covered.
Look for a fade to Ryan?
It's
No.
a fake. Teddy Buchanan with a short run. The Padres were there for that one. Nice play by Jackson Latamua making that tackle. Gain of a couple. 3rd and 5 for the Wildcats. They can get a first down at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, with Coach Regalia, this might be 4-down territory.
Jashai Shannon back into the lineup for the Wildcats, and Coach Regalia is not afraid to go for it on 4th down. We certainly know that. First things first, though, 3rd and 5 for the Wildcats, taking their time getting the play call in.
Both of their backs in right now. Both Shannon and Celentano.
Motioning Shannon.
And it's going to be a throw, a slant. Touchdown, Wildcats! They opened it up for Danny Ryan, who makes the play. Teddy Buchanan to Danny Ryan, 8 yards and a touchdown for the Wildcats.
And as I said, Danny Ryan is the playmaker for SI today. We talk so much about Teddy Buchanan's prowess on both sides of the ball, but Danny Ryan, I think, has been the MVP for this Cats team this year. He's been so consistent.
That was an efficient drive. The Cats went 96 yards on 11 plays and only 5 minutes off the clock. That is as efficient as I've seen them all season.
And very up-tempo, too.
Yes.
Keelan O'Connell boots it through, 7-0 SI. You know, we talked about Danny Ryan in the opening. Unbelievable. 3 catches on that drive, a big catch, finally the 8-yard touchdown. And frankly, guys, it doesn't matter who's playing quarterback for SI. Danny Ryan is a huge factor.
Oh, no question. Even with Buchanan out last week, Taylor Smith still found him for 75 yards.
Yeah, 8 receptions last week against Mitty. Taylor Smith last week against Mitty was 13 out of 20. 8 of those receptions went to Danny Ryan.
And
What a drive by the
To
Wildcats.
think he didn't even play football last year. This is his first year time playing football since sophomore year, and he is, God, John Regalia must be wishing he had him last year.
There's college recruiters out there figuring out who this young man is, and he will play at the next level. There's no question about that.
Also, Keelan O'Connell made an extra point there. He had missed his previous 3 attempts, so
Yeah,
that's
he was 0 for 3 against Mitty, but kicked a field goal.
that is an
It's a
encouraging.
little unusual, really.
That's an encouraging sign for the Wildcat offense.
And you look at the goalposts, there's no wind today, so good kicking conditions.
Absolutely.
I think I saw him make at least a 35-yarder in warm-ups with quite a bit of distance to spare. So that's good to see, and something that could really be a major factor in deciding this game.
Hassan Mahashin is back. David Silk is back for the Padres, and the kick is in the area of Mahash, but that's deep into the end zone. That's a touchback. So Keelan O'Connell does his job, boots through the extra point, and the Padres are not going to have to start from their own 20-yard line. For the latest updates on St. Ignatius class reunions, alumni events, and upcoming SI class Christmas lunches and dinners in December, please log on to siprep.org and click on alumni for more information. Cats lead 7-0, and let's not forget, SI did get the opening kickoff, fumbled it, held the Padres deep in their own territory, and then went 96 yards for a touchdown. The Padres are going to flip it to Nate Sanchez, and the SI defense makes a nice play. Maybe a yard for Nate Sanchez. That'll be it. Second down for the Padres. Boy, the SI defensive line, unbelievable. Duke Reeder having a great season. Villavicencio playing tough. The SI defense against the run this year has been as good as it's been in a long, long time.
And they're going to have to continue that today. The Serra team loves to run the ball.
Bo Gardner right in the middle, committed to UCLA, having a fantastic season.
Serra going spread, though, now. First time we're seeing that.
And a handoff straight ahead. About a 4-yard run for the Padres on that one. Vince Pony with the carry. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Padres. Dominic Lampkin, just a sophomore, taking over for Dalen McLemore, who was hurt a couple of weeks ago against the Fighting Irish. And Lampkin is in the shotgun. Let's see if he throws his first pass of the day. He is not. He's just going to pitch it back. And well short of the first down. No chance for Vince Pony. 3 and out.
Flag on the play, but I believe that's going to be holding against Serra.
Shaki Gallegos-Hunkin with an outstanding tackle. Let's see if that...
And it is against the Padres, so the Cats want to refuse that, bring up 4th down, and force the kicker for the Padres, Damon Lewis, to come out onto the field. Danny Ryan will return for the Wildcats. SI's defense on point so far. Their offense playing very well. And the crowd is energized. Lewis to kick it away. It's a short kick. It's going to bounce a couple of times. Danny Ryan's just going to get away from it, and it's going to turn out to be a fantastic punt all the way down to the 25-yard line. That's close to a 50-yard punt by Damon Lewis, but Danny Ryan doing the right thing, getting away from the ball. No chance for a muff. It'll be an SI football from their own 25-yard line.
This is another huge drive for the Cats. I mean, if they score again here, even a field goal, it makes this a 2-score game. Actually, fairly unfamiliar territory for Serra. They were down early, I believe, to Midi a couple
Samir
weeks
Bay
ago.
lit them up in the first quarter.
And they were able to come back from that. But, I mean, this is a Serra team that's played ahead most of this season. So
Midi played them tough. They only beat Midi 35-29 a couple of weeks ago. Here's Buchanan. He's going to hand the ball off. Joe Celentano with some running room across the 35 to the 36. And it's going to be a first down for the Wildcats. Running the ball very effectively. Head coach Patrick Walsh of Serra is 16-2 all-time against SI in his coaching tenure. 13 wins in a row for the Padres. Cats dominating here in the first quarter. Here's Teddy Buchanan running to the outside. He does a nice job to get out of bounds, gain of a couple. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Wildcats. The Padres have defeated Pittsburgh, Menlo Atherton, and St. Mary's of Stockton in their preseason games. They've rolled through the WCAL, defeating Reardon and Bellarmine, Midi, St. Francis, Sacred Heart Cathedral, and Valley Christian. The Cats have a non-league loss against Sacred Heart Prep, also lost to Valley Christian on a game we did here on the SI Sports Network. Cats come in 7-2 overall. Teddy to throw. And he throws short, but incomplete for Michael Harrison. That'll bring up 3rd down.
good defense there from Terrence LaVille, jumping that route.
So the Cats faced with their first 3rd and long in the game. Let's see what Coach Regalia and staff dial up here.
LaVille, by the way, on the Serra side, is both a wide receiver and defensive back, one of the fastest guys in the WCAL. And I believe in Serra's kick returner as well. He's returned a few kicks this year, so look out for him. We're going to mention his name a few times.
Celentano is the back. Danny Ryan split to the left. Teddy's going to throw. He's looking for Ryan. Now he throws into the middle of the field. Danny Ryan is just unstoppable. First down, Wildcats. 4 catches in the game already for the super senior, Danny Ryan.
It's like every time he seems to be open, and you think Serra's going to start double covering him, but I seem to say that every game, and it just doesn't happen. I don't know why.
Well, let's think about the Cats' offense. They have so many dimensions. Because then if you double cover Ryan, you still have to. Shai Shannon still might be there. You still might have to watch Buchanan for the run. There's so many things this offense could do. So.
Yeah, with the way Celentano's playing so far today.
Mm-hmm.
And the SI offensive line creating holes for the run and protecting Teddy Buchanan when he wants to throw. They create another hole here for Joe Celentano, and he gets ahead for a nice gain of 4 yards on a first down run. That'll bring up 2nd and 6 for the Wildcats.
This is already turning out to be Celentano's almost his best game of the year so far, maybe other than the Bruce Mahoney, I guess. Something about the big games, Celentano's showing up.
Had a big game against St. Francis as well, a 64-yard touchdown reception in that game. And Celentano also plays great defense for the Wildcats. Last week, though, just 2 rushes for 7 yards. Shannon, the major ball carrier last week, 12 carries for 64 yards. Buchanan to throw. He's in trouble this time, and he throws a pick. And this could be trouble as the return from Latamua, but SI is able to make the tackle. For a minute, I thought he had a lane to the end zone. He's down at about the 43-yard line. Jackson Latamua with the interception, the Washington State commit. Teddy Buchanan got hit as he threw that football. 2nd turnover in the game for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it's the first kind of time we've seen the SI offensive line blown up by that strong front 7 of Serra, and strong play by Serra. Not much Buchanan could have done, and Padres now have the ball in SI territory.
Coming into the game, Buchanan had completed 70% of his passes, 73 for 104, 893 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 3 picks. So that's his 4th interception of the season. Padres from the gun, that's Dominique Lampkin, the quarterback. Lampkin is going to fake the handoff and run straight ahead, and Lampkin gets ahead across the 40. A marker is down. He gets to about the 35-yard line, but we're going to check the marker. Looks like we have a hold on the Padres. Matt Walandi out there holding on the edge, and that's going to push the Padres back. They'll get the down over, but wipe away the gain.
I did like that play call, though, by Serra. The SI defense is sort of selling out to stop the run up the gut, so switching it up with a little bootleg for Lampkin, who seems to be a very mobile quarterback.
Yeah, Lampkin has wheels, so I'd be shocked if Coach Walsh didn't try to have him roll out a couple more times and try to see if he can stretch the field.
So the ball marked back at the 49-yard line. First down over again. Middle screen for the Padres, completed, and down to about the 42-yard line for a gain of 7 on the play for the Padres. It'll bring up 2nd down. The receiver on that one was Hassan Machine. He's a sophomore. They call him the Missile. Very fast runner. Tried to break him on a middle screen. Got a lot of the penalty yardage back, but it's 2nd and 10 now for the Padres. And it's a handoff straight ahead. Nowhere to go. That's a big tackle for the Cats. Andrew Cummings.
I think Andrew Cummings has been one of the really underrated playmakers on the SI defense so far. He's forced some turnovers this season that have been really impressive, and tackles like that in the backfield.
Yeah, no, he struggled with injury this year, so he's missed a couple of games, but in the games he's played, he's made his presence known. He had 2 picks against Powley in the season opener, so blowing up that play was no surprise.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and 11, and Patrick Walsh is going to let the quarter expire, so he'll have some time to dial up a 3rd down play. We've played 1 quarter here at J.B. Murphy Field. It's the Cats 7, the Padres nothing. You are watching the SI Sports Network.
St. Ignatius College Preparatory is a Catholic Jesuit school serving the San Francisco Bay Area since 1855. Through a rigorous and integrated program of academic, spiritual, and co-curricular activities, St. Ignatius challenges its students to lead lives of faith, integrity, and compassion. Students are enriched by a diverse and loving Christian community and are called to become lifelong learners who develop their individual talents for the greater glory of God. With a commitment to intellectual excellence, leadership, service, and justice, we strive to be men and women for and with others, responding courageously to the opportunities and challenges of our time. Courage to lead, passion to serve.
Cats lead here 7-0 from J.B. Murphy Field. SI fumbled the opening kickoff, but the defense held. A fumble recovery on a 4th down play for the Cats by Jafer Snipes, and the Cats went on a 96-yard touchdown drive. Teddy Buchanan and Danny Ryan to finish it off. Liam Baker joins us on the broadcast here for the 2nd quarter, and the Padres face a 3rd and 11. Their quarterback is Dominique Lampkin. He is in the shotgun, and he is going to throw. He throws quickly, ball batted, but completed and out of bounds short of the 1st down are the Padres. That'll bring up a 4th down.
Had a blitz off the edge from Jafer Snipes there.
Yeah, they kind of forced him to get the ball out of his hands a little early, and kind of makes him kind of check the ball down before the marker, and it's going to force him into a 4th down decision here.
Looks like they're going to go for it, too.
They are going to go for it on 4th down, 4th and 4. Another big play for the SI defense. Quarterback looking to throw. Lampkin. 1st down completion and a big-time throw and catch by the Padres on that one. Matt Rolande with the reception and a 1st down for Serra. Padres now spreading it out. Predominantly a running football team, but SI has been really strong against the run here today, so they're going to test the sophomore. Dominique Lampkin is going to put the football in the air. Lampkin this time is going to run straight ahead, and he gets a couple before the SI defense swarms and makes the tackle right about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, just something kind of keep an eye on throughout this game. The center's having some struggle, kind of giving nice, clean, crisp snaps to the quarterback. That one was kind of up over the quarterback's head. He was able to corral it, but kind of look for that later on in the game to see if there's a mistake made.
Duke Reeder, among others, in on the tackle for the Wildcats. So what you're hoping for is a bad snap here.
Well, yeah, he said a few low ones, a few high ones. Just kind of see.
Well, the shotgun snap is very important. There's no question about that. Lampkin from the gun. A little high on that snap. He takes it down, runs to his left, gets around the corner, gets out of bounds. A marker is down. He's out of bounds at the 25-yard line, but we have to check the marker.
Looked like a holding on the left side.
That's going to go against the Padres as well. So that's going to be 2nd down all over again, but it'll be 2nd and very long for the Padres.
Yeah, these penalties are really that's kind of killed Serra this drive. They've had 2 holding penalties that have erased kind of big plays that have really set them back this drive.
And already had a holding penalty on the previous drive as well.
Back to the 39-yard line. The Padres behind the chains with a 2nd and 18. Just getting started here in the 2nd quarter. Cats lead 7-0. Lampkin to throw, looking downfield deep, but throws a little short middle screen, and SI is right there, incomplete, almost a fumble. Wow, that play had all kinds of things on it. Terrence Lavelle recovered the football, but in the end, just an incomplete pass, and it'll be 3rd and long for the Padres.
It's going to be interesting to see what the Padres dial up here. They have not tried to test this SI secondary yet today, really, other than that fourth down short pass over the middle. And honestly, this SI secondary has struggled at times this year. So it's and you know, Serra's normally a big play team, so it's interesting to see if that's what they dial up here.
Dominic Lampkin to throw. Has time, throws deep, sideline, incomplete. Tried to get it to Vince Pony. He was open for just a second. Pass over the wrong shoulder. That's going to bring up fourth down, and it looks like Damon Lewis and the punt team are coming on for the Padres. Danny Ryan will return.
I mean, yeah, the pass was pretty on target, but the kind of Pony really couldn't locate the ball and kind of got mixed around and really had a chance to get a big gain there.
Yeah, that would have been a tough catch, though. Had to make it thrown over his shoulder, running away from the quarterback.
Damon Lewis going for the coffin corner. Oh, Danny Ryan with a nice pickup. Danny Ryan with a great return across the 30. Danny Ryan, what a play. That ball was a tough one to handle. Probably would have rolled down inside the 10, maybe the 5. He came up, made the play, and returned it all the way out to the 39-yard line. Danny Ryan doing it on special teams as well.
And I think that's a really smart return there. That was a really low kick. Serra special teams did not have a ton of time to get downfield there, so he had some space in the middle of the field, broke a tackle, and got all the way to the 40-yard line.
He looked like a shortstop fielding a ground ball on that one. Good return. They're going to officially mark it at the 40-yard line, so the SI offense comes back out onto the field. SI has a 96-yard touchdown drive, and Teddy Buchanan also threw an interception on their last possession. Buchanan looking to throw, comes short side, set up nicely. Here's Shannon across midfield, out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. That screen was set up beautifully, fake it to the right, bring it back to the left. First down, Wildcats.
And again, the SI offensive line was able to hold up just enough time for kind of Teddy to dump that ball off. That's something that's going to be really key for them. Kind of make sure Teddy's enough time to throw the ball and deliver the ball. It's something huge for them the rest of this game. Jashai
Shannon with a nice reception and a big gain for the Cats. First and 10 for the Wildcats. Buchanan from the gun. Pre-snap penalty. That'll go against SI. 5 yards. It'll bring up first and 15 for the Wildcats.
With how efficient this SI offense has been so far in this game, penalties and turnovers, I think SI's just got to limit those. I mean, 2 turnovers so far. With how efficient the offense has been, they could have 14 points on the board at least already with 10 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Michael Harrison, the receiver, to the near side. Buchanan looking to his left, throwing, completed. That's the big tight end, James Adams, having a fine season. Adams had a couple of receptions last week in that win against Mitty, has 13 receptions on the season. He makes a couple of yards on that one. It'll bring up second down.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a designed QB run for Buchanan here. 2nd and 10. That's been their best play so far in this game. Buchanan getting a play from the offensive coordinator.
Came almost to the sideline. And now SI's going to use a timeout. They were using a lot of time on the play clock there. So with 9:07 to go in the second quarter, Cats lead 7-0. John Regalia is going to use a timeout. So some upcoming performances from the SI Performing Arts, the oldest high school performing arts company west of the Mississippi. From November the 8th to November the 17th in Bannon Theater, fall play is Laughter on the 23rd Floor by Neil Simon. The play takes a comedic look at the backstage chaos of a 1950s TV show. For tickets, log on to siprep.org and click on the arts. On November the 28th and November the 30th, it's the annual fall concert featuring the SI Orchestras and Jazz Band in Bannon Theater. The orchestras will feature works by Beethoven, Brahms, and Vivaldi, and also some innovative music from the current decade. Again, for tickets, click on siprep.org, click on the arts. And on December the 5th and December the 7th, It's the annual Winter Choral Concert featuring the SI Chamber Singers and the SI Choral Program. And also in December, from the 12th to the 14th in Wiegand Theater, the SI Dance Workshop presents its winter dance concert, A Million Dreams. And once again, for tickets, log on to siprep.org and click on Arts. Second down for the Wildcats. Following the timeout, fake it to Shannon. Buchanan in trouble. Teddy Buchanan can run the football, breaking tackles across the 30. Teddy Buchanan out of bounds and around the 25-yard line. And a first down for the Wildcats on a terrific run by the senior quarterback linebacker, Teddy Buchanan.
So I was kind of right. It wasn't a designed run. He kind of had to bounce around there in the pocket for a little while. But, I mean, he's so quick, and he ran right in between about 5 different Serra defenders in order to get that big gain. He's just so quick and explosive when he gets the ball in his hands and he can run with it.
You know, you're right. It's not a designed run. But trust me, John Regalia, when he sees him take off like that, they talk about that in practice. There's a bit of design in there, but Teddy Buchanan, so explosive, and another first down for the Wildcats. And I believe SI is going to use another timeout. 8:58 to go. Again, the play's not getting in there as quickly as they want, so they're going to use their second timeout here in the first half, leading 7-0. We do have a score from across town. What was that score there?
13-0 Reardon.
Reardon leads Sacred Heart Cathedral 13-0. You know, guys, I was playing golf this morning, and I had to leave early, of course, to come here, and I'm really excited about that. 2 of the guys that I was playing with, they left early to go over to the Reardon SHC game. One was a Reardon alum, excited about the new field, and another guy had some kids playing for Sacred Heart Cathedral. So a lot of great high school football action in the city today.
Yeah, Sacred Heart's still looking for that first win on the season.
Yeah, no, as you said,
Tough year for the Irish, no doubt about that.
As you said, that Reardon facility, I've seen some pictures of it. It really looks nice. Of course, the only square track in the WCAL, from my knowledge, which is a little interesting.
A square track?
It's more rectangular, but yeah, because they have their baseball field in the middle of their track.
The Ron Isola baseball field at Reardon. So the Cats with a first down. Teddy Buchanan in the gun. That's Shannon. Jashai Shannon gets ahead for a couple. Pretty good run on first down for Shannon. That'll bring up second down for the Wildcats. 8:50 clock moving. Cats lead 7-0 in the second quarter.
Seeing much more Josiah Shannon in this drive as opposed to Joe Salentano the first couple of drives.
It feels great. SI has depth, especially in the skill position of quarterback and running back. Salentano or Shannon, no big deal. Teddy Buchanan or Zach Taylor-Smith. I'm fine with any one of those guys taking a snap for the Wildcats.
Seen a lot of Matt Silva at running back early in this season as well.
Shannon is the back on this one. And it's going to be Teddy Buchanan to the left side. Falls forward. Maybe has a first down. We're going to have to take a look. I think they're going to call him just a half a yard short. It'll be third and very short for the Wildcats. SI moving the football. They're going to go quickly here. Teddy Buchanan, quarterback sneak. He's got it. First down, Wildcats. Teddy Buchanan just uses that big body, pushes forward, only gains a yard, only needed a yard. First down for SI. I like the way John Regalia has the team come up to the line very quickly on that third and short, snap the ball, get the yard, and now let's go to business.
Yeah, sort of a Tom Brady-esque QB sneak there, ironically, against Serra.
There you go. Speaking of the Padres, the great Tom Brady, of course, played at Serra. Danny Ryan split to the right. We always like to keep an eye on number 80. But this is going to be a run from Shannon. Danny Ryan blocking well, and in fact, so well, Danny Ryan is going to get called for a penalty. There's 2 flags on the play. It's a 9-yard run, but we are going to sort this one out. I think they're going to get Danny Ryan for holding on one of the flags and the other flag right in the middle of the field, so we may have 2 penalties on this play.
That other flag, I don't know. That one of those flags might be, it almost looked like the Serra defender had a hand to Danny Ryan's face mask. I'm actually curious to see if that might be one of the flags.
Well, I think they each other had each other's face masks. And in that case, it'll go against the Wildcats. So a solid 9-yard run, but which flag are they going to mark the penalty from is kind of a big deal, because Danny Ryan's penalty was 9 yards downfield. The other penalty was a little closer to the line of scrimmage, so they're going to mark it from that spot. Back to the 22-yard line. SI will have first down over again.
I don't think SI's passed the ball, or no, they've passed the ball only once, I believe, on this drive. So first and long situation, see if they go to that.
They will throw the ball. Corner. Danny Ryan is there. Touchdown, Wildcats! Wow, what a throw, what a catch. Buchanan to Danny Ryan, the record-setting senior, catches another touchdown. That's 11 on the season, 22 yards.
I mean, Ryan was split out wide to the left, and it was kind of a one-read kind of pass play. Teddy took the ball and just kind of released the ball right away back to the end of the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And I think that's like the third or fourth touchdown Danny Ryan's had this season on that exact same play. A little back shoulder fade to the end zone. And I saw Teddy Buchanan look towards the sidelines and just shrug, because that is a perfect pass, perfect catch. The SI offense is rolling.
Almost too easy, believe it or not. Ryan got that separation right off the line of scrimmage, and he was open. The kick is good, and the Cats lead 14-0. Keelan O'Connell with the extra point. And I think Sarah is a bit stunned on the far sideline right now. And we said it in the pregame. SI is playing their best football of the season right now. SI has gotten better every single week. And now with a 14-0 lead here in the second quarter, 7 minutes, 8 seconds to go.
Yeah, I mean, Sarah's got to figure this out soon, because they really haven't been able to stop SI at all this game. Kind of a few costly turnovers have hurt the Wildcats, but they've really been able to drive the ball down the field, put the ball in the end zone is what they need to do if they want to take down Sarah.
And honestly, I think it begs the question, can anybody stop Danny Ryan? If this Sarah defense can't, who can? I mean,
Sarah's got to know the ball's going to go to him, yet they still kind of put on man-to-man coverage, and he burns the defender really easily back at the end zone, touchdown. And this really, at some point, they got to put two people on him if they really want to stop him.
So quick and athletic, though. I mean, three-sport athlete, you can see why.
I've seen a lot of SI football over the years. I have never seen a wide receiver contribute and dominate in a season as much as Danny Ryan has for St. Ignatius this year. Unbelievable. He's terrific at the 30-yard catch. He's terrific at the 2-yard catch on 3rd and 1. He is the full package as a wide receiver. And we talked about SI getting better as the season went on. A win against Palo Alto, a loss against Sacred Heart Prep, a nice win against Gonzaga. Only beat the Irish by 14 points, a loss to Valley, beat St. Francis, dominated Bellarmine, dominated Reardon, and beat Mitty last week. And the kickoff is into the end zone. Another touchback. Doing the work is Keelan O'Connell. 2 touchbacks in a row, and the Padres will start from their own 20-yard line.
And this is a huge offensive drive for Sarah, because if they can't get anything going, give the ball back to St. Ignatius with time left to score again, and make this a 3-score game going into the half. That is not the situation they want to be in. And they've got to play up tempo, which they don't really like to do. They like to take their time, rush the ball. That's what they did against Valley Christian last week. And that's how they beat them 10-0.
They're going to go double wing formation here. The quarterback, of course, Dominique Lampkin. And that's Nate Sanchez for about 4, maybe 5, 2nd and 5 for the Padres. What SI is able to do against the Padre and passing game, SI does not necessarily have to sell out against the run right now. They can stop the run with their 7. Now in a double wing kind of formation, you will bunch up a little bit. But I have never seen an SI front 7 as strong and effective as this one in recent memory. Again, the double wing. Lampkin dancing around in the backfield. Penalty marker down. Lampkin gets ahead for a couple of yards, stays on his feet, and makes a nice run. It's all for naught, though, as the Padres are going to get hit again with another penalty.
Yeah, it looked like Jafer Snipes got dragged down there in the backfield as he's trying to chase down Lampkin.
And the reason he's dragged down, he's in there so quick. Jafer Snipes, he recovered a fumble early in this game on a 4th down play. The SI defense dominant. Joe Celentano back onto the field. He plays safety as well as running back for the Wildcats. They're going to mark the Padres back inside the 15-yard line to about the 12-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and close to 20 yards for the Padres. Lampkin. Let's see if we can force him into a mistake right now. A very safe pass to Nate Sanchez. Sanchez is a good running back, and he bursts up the middle across the 25 to about the 26-yard line. That's going to make it a manageable 3rd down for the Padres.
And I think honestly, at this point, if I'm the SI defense, I'm daring Serra to throw the ball downfield against them. We've talked about Terrence LaVille as one of the fastest guys in the WCAL, but it almost doesn't seem like Serra trusts their quarterback to throw it downfield to him, as opposed to maybe their starter, Dalen McLemore.
Just a sophomore. Lampkin will throw, looking to his left, throwing high and incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, yeah, that's what you're talking about, Will. SI brought pressure, kind of forced him to make a poor throw, and SI's getting the ball back with 5:34 left on the clock, and they have a really good chance to put more points on the board.
Serra's bringing out the punt team.
So, Sean, the best wide receiver maybe since Joe Lang, Danny Ryan. The one thing Danny Ryan hasn't done this year is returned a punt for a touchdown like Joe Lang used to do pretty much every other game. Let's see if we can handle that right now, Danny. Come on. You're a star already. Let's score one on special teams. Damon Lewis is the punter. Ryan made a terrific punt return on the last kick by Lewis, picking up a low liner inside the 15-yard line and taking it back across the 35. And this kick's going to come down to the middle of the field, but a fair catch is called and fumbled. Did he get it back?
Yeah, he did.
He did get it back. Wow, I almost put the broadcaster's jinx on Danny Ryan there. He hasn't made a mistake all season long, and I almost talked him into one. But Danny Ryan got it back. SI will have the football at their own 38-yard line, leading 14-0.
And I'm not saying SI can put this game away. You know, it's not even halftime yet. But going up 21-0 against Serra, especially with the recent history the Cats have had against this Padres.
Yeah, 13 in a row for the Padres.
Yeah, this Padres roster, especially this year, it's so talented.
The difference is that they missed Dalen McLemore, whereas SI has 2 terrific quarterbacks. Teddy Buchanan playing today. Ooh, throws it too high and incomplete. Yeah, the Padres really do miss Dalen McLemore. You can see that on, they haven't really attempted too many throws down the field. 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats.
I mean, he's their leading, passer and rusher. You're clearly going to miss something when he's not on the field.
That is true. His prowess as a rusher, too, I think that's affecting Serra as well today.
Cats lead 14-0, 5:22 to go in the second. Shannon is in the backfield with Buchanan. Buchanan's going to run behind Shannon, get to the outside, and gain, we'll give him 2 yards maybe. It'll bring up 3rd and long for the Cats. 3rd and 9, really, just a 1-yard run that time by the quarterback, Teddy Buchanan.
And speaking of the quarterback situation for both teams, we have not seen Zach Taylor-Smith yet this game, but I have a feeling like if SI could, keep a fairly large lead, we'll see a lot more of Taylor-Smith in the second half, as SI probably will slow the ball down, run the ball more, and give Buchanan some rest so he can be more effective on the defensive side of the ball.
Zachary Taylor-Smith usually plays the second quarter. He played the entire game, obviously, last week. And I'm actually surprised that he's not in. And SI's going to use their 3rd timeout. That's the only thing they haven't really done well. A couple of times they're a little late getting the playoffs, so they don't have any timeouts left. It's the first half. Probably not a big deal with 4:33 to go, but SI uses a timeout here, facing a 3rd and 9. Hey, don't forget, and congratulations to Burl Toller Jr., class of 74. He is the winner of this year's Christ the King Award. Sunday, November the 24th, a Mass here on Aradre Chapel. And once again, congratulations to Burl Toller, class of 1974, for winning the Christ the King Award, the highest award that SI can hand out to an alumni. Some news from the San Francisco Prep Hall of Fame. Vince Tringali, former great football coach here at SI. Bob Sarlott in the house. We're going to hear from Bob in the second half. Vince was Bob's coach back in 66, 67. Yep, there you go. The great Vince Tringali passed away. When did Vince pass away? About 10 years ago. But he will be honored in the San Francisco Bay Area Prep Hall of Fame. And that party will be on May the 16th at Patio Espanol. We were there a couple of years ago, and Gil Haskell inducted into the Hall of Fame just a couple of years ago. Let's see what the Cats come up with here on third down. Empty backfield. I'm sure Sarah's trying to figure out where number 80 is. He's to the far side, to the right of Buchanan. Teddy in trouble right away. He breaks maybe one tackle just for the moment, but he's going to go down quickly. The Serra pass rush gets there, and SI will have to kick the football away.
Great response from the Serra defense there to bounce back. Don't let the Cats get anything going on offense, so you can get the ball back. They're going to have to play up tempo. They're going to get the ball with about 340 to go in the half, so they're going to have to play somewhat up tempo in order to put some points on the board before the end of the half.
Yeah, and they do get the ball throughout the second half, so if they can get something, kind of put something on the board here, they can make this a much closer game than it's appearing right now.
Keelan O'Connell will kick the football away. 2 deep men for the Padres. Nate Sanchez, Terrence Lavelle, and now we have a delay of game.
This SI clock management has been not good today, and it's been pretty good throughout this year. And John Regali is really good about using timeouts and managing the clock.
Well, they did use up time. That's the only good thing you can say about that before they kicked the football away. But you're right. They needed to snap that ball about 1 second on the play clock. And a nice punt, but returnable kick by Sanchez. Nate Sanchez across midfield into Padre territory. So Serra will get good field position. SI leading 14-0, 3:28 to go before halftime.
And you say, Serra does have good field possession, but this is the third time already this game they've had they've gotten the ball in
Great
SI
field
territory.
Position one time.
Yeah, I mean, this is the third time getting the ball in SI territory, and they have 0 points to show for it, so they've got to capitalize today. I mean, they've got to start going now.
Dominique Lampkin is in the shotgun. And a whistle. Pre-snap penalty. Looks like it'll go against the Padres.
It's again another kind of penalties in a off or kind of backup Serra really before the drive gets started. See if SI can kind of pin the ears back, get after the quarterback, and potentially force a punt to end this half.
First and 15. Lampkin will hand the ball off. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to go for Vince Pony. He barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 15.
The SI defense playing up to their competition today. I mean, this is arguably one of their best efforts of the year, if not their best. I mean, and this is the best offense they've faced. It's insane.
Duke Reeder, Bo Gardner, Marcelo Villavicencio up front, just fantastic. A great linebacking crew. Playing a 3-4. Serra to throw, in trouble, down he goes, and a big-time sack breaking through that time.
Andrew Cummings
is
again.
Andrew Cummings again.
He's having a monster game today.
Yeah, SI had a delayed blitz there, and he really had a free path right to the quarterback and took him down. Now Serra's faced with the 3rd and very long.
Again, Serra's facing these long 3rd downs, and they've which has been, I think, a major reason why they haven't gotten anything going offensively. They haven't been able to play their game in terms of each down, getting, third and short.
A little short pass, nowhere to go. In fact, going backwards. A potential for a huge loss, but a nice run, staying alive. A heck of a run by Hassan Mahshian, but he is going to be well short of the first down. That's going to bring up fourth down. And I dare say, may I say this? This is the best linebacker crew on this campus in the history of this football program. I mean, come on. These 4 linebackers for SI are just so fast.
Yeah.
I haven't even called out SGH today. He's my favorite guy.
Oh, yeah, between, SGH, Buchanan.
Teddy Buchanan, Jafer Snipes, Andrew Cummings. These guys are just on fire.
And they're really deep all across the defense, especially at linebacker, and then they kind of sub guys out, and it's just kind of a revolving door, and they're just getting more kind of fresh bodies in there to get after the quarterback.
Duke Reeder leading the defense off the field right now as the Padres are going to use a timeout. SI leading 14-0. It's fourth down. Sarah's got to kick this football away. If they go for it, don't make it, SI's going to have good field position.
Yeah, you have to kick it. You can't put yourself in a bigger hole, especially going into the half. When you get the ball start the second half, you have a chance to kind of tighten the game up. But if you give the ball back to the Cats right here at midfield, you're pretty much kind of putting the nail in the coffin.
And Sarah's still not in a terrible spot. Down 14-0. We talked about earlier how they were down early to midi. Of course, that was with Dalen McLemore. But, last week against Valley Christian, it was 0-0 at the half as well. Of course, they, held Valley Christian to a shutout throughout the game, so any points wins that game, but still. Wonder if it looks like we will still see Teddy Buchanan on this last drive. It'll be interesting to see if SI tries to score some more points. No timeouts, so. But
the SI defense, you talk about it, they gave up 7 points to Palo Alto, 28 to Sacred Heart Prep, 22 to Gonzaga, 14 to Sacred Heart Cathedral, 17 to Valley, 26 to St. Francis, 7 to Bellarmine, 0 to Reardon, 0 to Mitty, 0 so far in the first half to the Serra Padres. Damon Lewis will kick it away to Danny Ryan.
Yeah, and I think that, the reason their defense has been so good today is just because their run defense is stout and, SI's one blemish in defense. Serra just can't do.
Here's Danny Ryan with a return, a marker, out of bounds at the 25. That's going to go against SI. SI will start from deep in their own territory. So we'll see what John Regalia wants to do with 1:13 to go. They may just run the football a couple of times. The Padres actually do have all 3 of their timeouts on the board. So Sarah can use some timeouts here to try and get the ball back.
Yeah, no, I think the only way Sarah gets back in this game is by throwing the ball downfield in the second half. Because, thinking back to the St. Francis game, SI was up 21-0 early in that game, but St. Francis was able to claw their way back by throwing the ball downfield, testing the SI secondary, and they were able to exploit them. And St. Francis did that with a backup quarterback.
He got hot, remember?
Yeah.
He really started to throw the ball really, really well.
So I think Sarah really has to trust Lampkin in the second half and, give him a little bit more of a leash to throw the ball downfield, because that's the only way they're going to beat this SI defense, I think, with how good the SI run defense has been.
So Buchanan is the quarterback. Shannon is the back with him. It's going to be Shannon running to his right. And let's see if the Padres use a timeout here. And they do. They do not. I saw a coach walk right up to the official. If they're not going to use the timeout, SI does not need to snap this football for another 25 seconds.
And I think Patrick Walsh just wants to get in the locker room to chew out this
stunned.
Sarah team.
I'm surprised they didn't use timeout. SI's just happy to let this clock run. This could be the last play of the half if Sarah doesn't use a timeout after this play. And now we have a whistle.
Bo Gardner a little bit too happy to get started there.
5 yards against the Wildcats.
That really is the one thing that Cats have been kind of poor at this game, and especially this season, is those pre-snap penalties are going to set them back. They had probably 5 or 6 of those against Reardon, and they've had 2 or 3 more today.
Here's a rule that's got to change. It's a penalty against SI, and now they start the clock again, which is in SI's favor. Why would you give the favor to the offense for a false start? SI's going to hand the ball off. This is going to be the final play of the first half. It didn't start well. SI fumbled the opening kickoff, but the defense held, and then SI went on a 96-yard touchdown drive. It was an 8-yard pass from Teddy Buchanan to Danny Ryan. Teddy Buchanan in the second quarter hit his favorite receiver, Danny Ryan, from 22 yards, and the Cats lead here at halftime, 14-0. Stay tuned for our halftime show. SI football players Teddy Buchanan, Bo Gardner, and Zach Taylor-Smith are interviewed by our Sean Lahan, class of 87. You are watching the SI Sports Network.
Do you know SI?
Do you know SI?
Do you know SI?
Do you know SI?
I chose SI because it's a high school community that everybody's excited to be in.
SI is the kind of place you don't have to choose between being an athlete and an actor.
Kids that do arts, kids that do sports can really be friends.
We're all so different, and we celebrate that.
Everyone together, no matter who you are, is so enriching to be with people that have the same love for your school as you do.
The stuff that you learn here isn't just math and science, it's how to be a better person.
I think a lot of Jesuit values have helped me, even though I'm not a Catholic person. Jesuit is being with and for others.
Helping each other discover our common humanity, pushing each other to be our best selves. That's why SI is so great, is because we use that Jesuit mindset.
Jesuit is being open to growth. High school is definitely trial and error.
Being able to try new things or experience new things.
You have many opportunities to become a new person and really express yourself.
Jesuit is being intellectual.
The things you're learning in the classroom, you're fully encouraged to take out into the world and to apply to your personal experience.
Jesuit is being religious.
Our motto is finding God in all things.
It's about finding a way to be connected to God that's unique to you.
Jesuit is being loving.
It all starts with finding yourself and loving yourself.
No one's left behind. Everyone has a place.
Jesuit is being committed to justice.
I am so grateful for what I have, and now I want to help the world. So if it does improve and progress.
Jesuit is being called to leadership.
Leadership is not really about the roles, the names, the titles that you're given.
I think SI provides a lot of opportunities for students to lead, whether they feel like they're the outspoken leadership type or they don't think they'd ever be seen as a leader.
You are a leader in some way or another.
This is Jesuit.
This is Jesuit.
This is Jesuit.
This is SI.
All right, I'm here with the 3 Wildcat football players. We have Teddy Buchanan, Bo Gardner, and Zach Taylor-Smith. So we're going to start with Teddy. So Teddy, what are your expectations for this season?
This season, we're looking to go finish top 3 in league and really make a deep playoff run. We just look to have a really good season this year. We got a lot of great players and great coaches, so we have a great opportunity ahead of us.
Bo?
I'm just excited to have fun with my guys. Just doing work and getting ready for each week, and playing in the games is the reward of each practice week.
And Zach?
Similar to what Teddy was saying, I feel like going undefeated in league, that could be a possibility this year, and also going deep in the playoffs. And we think we have a good chance with like our new offense, and we have depth this year in the CCS. That could be like a big possibility for us.
So let's talk about the challenges of playing a WCAL football schedule and a very competitive preseason schedule with teams like Palo Alto, Sacred Heart Prep, and Gonzaga from Washington State.
Well, obviously, we always have a tough preseason schedule, and we look forward to those challenges. And when we're in league, we like to say that every week is a championship week because we don't have a league championship game.
Yeah, we have opportunities to get better every week, and there's no weeks where we can slack off or not prepare to our fullest because every team's going to be a challenge.
In the WCAL, it's like one of the top leagues in Northern California, and we feel like a lot of these teams that we've played them last year, and they were pretty close games, and we feel like this year we have the upper hand and we can win this.
If you could model your game after any NFL or college player, who would it be and why?
If I could model my game, maybe like a Deshaun Watson or like a Cam Newton or something, because I like to pass it, and then if I can like run it, I like to do that also. And Cam Newton, he's also a leader on his team, and he's pretty vocal, and I try to aspire to be like that, to get to my guys and like talk to them and be a vocal leader.
One guy that stuck out for me was Joe Thomas from the Browns. He had a long career in the NFL, and I don't think he ever missed a game. And something the coaches say is the best ability is availability. So that's something that stuck with me. And his preparation throughout all his time in the NFL was noted by everyone, and that's something that put him ahead of everyone else.
A player that really has stood out to me as a player I can model myself after is Derwin James from the Los Angeles Chargers. His ability to rush the passer and also make tackles in space and playing coverage, just very versatile, and I try and model my game after that.
Let's talk about your other passions at SI besides football, like a favorite class or club or activity you do.
For me, one of my favorite classes is English. I just like writing a lot, and ever since freshman year, I've had great teachers. And another class that I also like is art. I've always painted since I was little and make like sketches and drawings. So those are some of my big passions here at SI.
I enjoy the faith-based activities at SI, and I'm glad to go to a school like St. Ignatius where faith is a big part of our school community, and that is a good thing for me. And also, I enjoy Spanish and history.
I've been involved with the BSU going into my 4th year, so that's one of the passions of mine. I also, like Zach, really enjoy art, so I take the art class here at SI. When I was looking at SI, just a really great community, obviously great athletics, great academics, and just really helps you get prepared for college and really just your whole life.
Tell me something about a teammate that inspires you.
And one teammate that inspires me is actually Teddy, because since like freshman year he's had some like injuries and stuff like that, but even like with facing adversity, that hasn't stopped him, and it's pushed him to where he's like colleges are offering him and stuff like that. And then at practice we're just always challenging each other, so Teddy inspires me.
Describe SI football in a few key words or in a sentence.
I would say we're prideful, hardworking, and we got a deep history.
I just say I think you only need one word: it's a brotherhood.
My phrase would be competitive excellence.
Do you know SI? Do you know that St. Ignatius has 66 teams in 15 sports and 90 clubs and performing arts activities for students? Some of these activities include dance, drama, choral, orchestra, digital video production, and a business club that has visited Google, Facebook, and with the president of the Golden State Warriors. Our yearbook, The Ignatian, started in 1910, and our student newspaper dates back to 1920. Do you know that the average class size at SI is 24 students, with more than half of our entire student body being students of color? And affinity groups like the Black Students Union, the Association of Latin American Students, and the Asian Students Coalition have been part of SI for 5 decades. Do you know that SI has students from 7 Bay Area counties, with over 100 grammar schools represented in each class? SI is in the top 1% in the nation in advanced placement programs and has 99 AP National Scholars. An SI student's average score on the SAT is 1280, and they are in the top 80th percentile in the country. Do you know that 93% of SI students participate in the Spiritual Retreat Program, and SI students spend 50,000 hours serving others every year? This year, we will distribute $5.2 million of financial aid to 24% of SI students, with the average grant being $13,500. Do you know that the SI Magis program provides academic and cultural support to SI's first-generation college-bound students? And the Father Sauer Academy is our tuition-free middle school
that serves students of all faiths from low-income families. Do you know upon graduating from SI, the members of the class of 2019 were awarded over $35 million in college scholarships? Do you know SI's Girls Who Code Club and the robotics team are helping prepare students for today's workforce, and that these clubs are mentored by adults and SI alumni currently working in tech? And the SI Alumni Network has over 17,000 members spanning the globe. I'm SI teacher, volleyball coach, and former Magis student Jen Curtin, SI class of 2004. To learn more about St. Ignatius, log on to siprep.org and click About. That's siprep.org and click About.
Hello, I'm SI Performing Arts student Margaret Dresselhaus, class of 2020, and here is your fall 2019 SI Performing Arts calendar. On October 30th through November 1st in Wiegand Theater, it's the SI Playwright Festival, where each scene is directed by an SI student. From November 7th to November 16th in Bannon Theater, we present our annual fall play, the Tony Award-winning All My Sons by Arthur Miller. On December 4th and 6th, it's the Winter Concert Rock Orchestra, featuring the SI Orchestras and Jazz Band in Bannon Theater. This is a rock concert performance with classical, jazz, and holiday music. On December 5th, it's the annual Winter Choral Concert, featuring the SI Chamber Singers and the SI Choral Program. And also in December, from the 11th to the 13th in Wiegand Theater, the SI Dance Workshop presents its Winter Dance Concert, Recollective. For more information, additional performances, and tickets for all events this fall, log on to siprep.org and click on Arts. That's siprep.org and click on Arts.
Steve Laveroni from the SI Alumni Office here. This fall, we have a number of fun events for alumni, parents, and friends. Our fall lineup is full of class reunions that start with the class years ending in 9 or 4. Check the alumni page of the SI website for details. The Alumni Office is supporting the First Responders Stair Climb at Salesforce Tower on Saturday, September 7th with team name Wildcats. All funds support the National First Responders Fund, so join the team for some exercise and to help a good cause. Friday, September 27th is the annual Bruce Mahoney football game at Kezar Stadium. Join other alums for a pregame gathering at 5:30 at the Kezar Pub on Stanley Street to prepare for the oldest high school rivalry west of the Rockies. Saturday, October 12th is the date for the second annual event called Off the Gridiron. This is a family-friendly fest with kids' games, food trucks, a beer wine garden, and a ticket to the SI St. Francis football game. The afternoon festivities provide a great setting for our families on the campus practice field. November is the month we honor an alum with the Christ the King Award, the greatest award for an alum to receive. This year's recipient is Burl Toller Jr. of the class of 1974. Go online to the alumni page to learn more. Friday, November 15th, is the date for the return of the SI Law Society lunch at the City Club. Tickets will be available for purchase on the alumni page. December is the month for each class to gather for a Christmas lunch or dinner. Most classes gather annually to catch up, and this year we have over 15 classes booked. If your class hasn't previously established their holiday gathering, contact the Alumni Office and we'll be happy to help you start one. For more information about these and other events, go to the alumni page of the SI website at siprep.org. That is siprep.org/alumni. Go Cats!
Go Cats indeed. Steve Laveroni with that last piece. Well done, Steve. You know, before Patrick Walsh got to Serra, the two schools had played each other 36 times. Serra won in 20, SI won in 15 with one tie. Since Patrick Walsh has arrived at Serra in 2001, the Padres are 16-2 against the Wildcats, including 13 in a row. So Bob Sarlott joining us here today. This win isn't just such a big win for today and today's season. This is a big win just to break that streak.
Well, absolutely. And I'll tell you, I got a chance to go in the locker room before, and here's what I noticed. SI's team is big.
A couple years ago, I went in there. They didn't seem like that. They've got big tackles and big wide receivers, and they've got better skilled people than they've had in years. And I think that's really it. And I think I want to point out one thing, Case, I really like about this first half. I love the way head coach John Regalia, he's shortening the game, not only by using the clock, but by using the timeouts. He's keeping the strength of his down linemen. Because if anything we've seen, Casey, in the last couple games we've done, is SI gets tired at the end of the game because they're talented but not deep. This helps them keep their stamina up for the end of the game. And I love the way he even took a procedure penalty, but he took the timeouts at the end of using the clock for whatever it is, 40 seconds. I just love that strategy because they're going to have something left in the second half. And again, with skilled people, I was on the field. They let former players come on for the field. At the beginning of the game, it was so great, Case. This number 32, Andrew Cummins, I heard 2 massive hits. Helmet to helmet, not supposed to do it, whatever. That kid is a stud, and he is really, I don't remember him before. He's having, one of your guys here said he's having the game of his life, and he is. The defense is playing terrific. They're going to have to get better on the pass rush for the second half because that's what Sarah's going to have to do. Anyway, those are my thoughts.
The front seven for SI dominating on defense, playing a 3-4 with 3 down linemen. The linebacking crew has been unbelievable, and the Cats lead here 14-0 at halftime. 2 touchdown passes from Teddy Buchanan to Danny Ryan, and what a difference a wide receiver has made from last year when Danny Ryan was unable to play to this year. I've never seen a wide receiver dominate a season in high school football like Danny Ryan is doing for the Cats.
And he has such great after the catch ability. He runs. He's receiving on the punts. He's elusive. And SI's play is ahead and winning every part of this game, except the turnover game, and it hasn't hurt them yet.
Unbelievable. You're losing the turnover game, but winning on the scoreboard against the Serra Padres. Now, Danny Ryan came into today's game with 66 receptions for 943 yards. He has 2 touchdowns in today's game. And I'm going to imagine, I don't have the official stats, he's over 1,000 yards receiving. That's just outstanding in high school football.
It is really unbelievable, and it's great to see it on this team. I'm so jacked up going into the locker room and holding hands with the players. It really has got me jacked up. I feel like playing the second half.
Well, I think we're okay on linemen.
I agree with you. Sarah's going to come out with a little something here, so we got to make sure we're not tired. Let's not. We won the first half. We got to win 4 quarters here.
So the kicker for SI, of course, number 40, Keelan O'Connell, will do the honors. He's kicked 2 through the end zone. This one's going to come short, and if it bounces, it's trouble. Sarah gets on it, I believe, at the 30-yard line. One more bounce, and that could have been anybody's football. So the Padres actually do a pretty good job just to cover that kick. Michael Dazon, linebacker for the Padres, playing special teams, gets on the football. Sarah will start from their own 30.
Yeah, SI's defense will look to build on a strong first half. They held Sarah to 61 total yards and 1 first down in 5 possessions, and additionally they had a turnover. So they look to continue that really great start and kind of force Sarah into some more kind of mistakes.
Dominic Lampkin is the quarterback, but they open up with a double wing look. That's Sanchez. Nate Sanchez up the middle. Rolls forward for close to 5 yards, so a good run on first down for Nate Sanchez. That'll bring up second down for the Padres.
Because this quarterback is so young, has to get used to it, and your other broadcast partner that was here in the first half is absolutely correct. They're going to have to throw. He's going to have to get more confident in throwing because SI's pass rush, if anything, we've seen a dearth of good pass rush. So they're still doing the same thing on the second down here, Case.
Yeah, SI's really one defensive weakness is their cornerbacks. They haven't been great in coverage this season, and Sarah really needs to exploit that if they want to get back in this game.
Fake it to Latamua. This is Nate Sanchez again. And Nate Sanchez is very close to a first down. He's just going to be about a half a yard short. It'll be third and very short for the Padres.
They haven't run that particular play yet. That was a little inside handoff. They're trying to, get kind of versatile within the same stuff they've been running. See what they do here.
Latamua on the wing. He's the man in motion. He's not going to get the football. Straight ahead is the quarterback, Lampkin. He's got a first down. So 3 plays and a first down for the Padres to open the second half. Cats lead 14-0. Just underway here in the third quarter.
Maybe a theory here to kind of beat up these linemen on defense for SI a little bit with that running game, but he's going to have to throw sooner or later. Looks like he might be doing it here.
So 3 plays from the double wing, and now they spread it out a little bit. They do have a deep back. Jackson Latamua is back behind the quarterback, Dominique Lampkin. Lampkin's going to throw outside. Reception is made. It's going to be a no-gainer. Nate Sanchez with the catch on the outside. Cats are there to play the D.
My favorite linebacker made that play again. I believe that was Andrew Cummings again. He seems to be everywhere. He's very inspired today, which is terrific.
Second and 10, no gain on the completed pass. Not a lot downfield for the Padres today. Lampkin from the gun. Again, throws short right, and it's almost intercepted. Teddy Buchanan was the man with the shot. So Teddy Buchanan has thrown for a touchdown this year. He's caught a touchdown pass. He's ran for a touchdown. We almost had a pick six.
Almost. What'd you think of that play?
I'm so confused by what Sarah's kind of game plan, especially to start the second half. I just want to see them maybe test those SI cornerbacks that really have struggled, but they still haven't been able to do that.
Sarah to throw again, now deep down the middle of the field, and it's a completed pass and a first down for the Padres. Wow.
Well,
there you
Terrence
go.
Lavelle with a big catch on the throw from Dominique Lampkin.
That's going to do nothing but give him confidence. That's by far the best ball he's thrown all day.
Yeah, he's kind of pretty much wide open right over the middle of the field. It's kind of nice and easy right into the hands of the receiver. They're kind of back in business now.
Lampkin with the throw, Lavelle with the catch. And Lampkin is going to keep the ball this time and run with some room down to about the 24-yard line.
This is the kind of mix they should have been doing earlier.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Now they're feeling it.
Another first down for the Padres. 11 yards for the quarterback, Dominique Lampkin. Hashan Mashian is the back. Lampkin is going to fake the handoff, throw it to the outside. A short completion to David Silk. He gets ahead for about 5 yards. Bring up second down. So the Padres moving the ball nicely, starting from their own 30-yard line. This is the best the Padres offense has looked in the entire game. Lampkin from the gun, looking to throw. The pressure getting there. Ball is completed down inside the 10. Terrence Lavelle again, and it's a first down for the Padres.
This quarterback's starting to feel his oats a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he did get hit as he threw, but he was able to deliver the ball on target, and Sarah's right here is a chance to make this a much closer game.
Terrence Lavelle with a couple of big receptions on this drive. Padres have a first and goal from the 7-yard line. This is Latamua. He's got room. He's to the goal line, and is he in? He is no signal, just short, right at the goal line. Second down and very short for the Padres. Inside the 1-yard line, and they're going to go quickly. And it's going to be Latamua who gets to the outside, and he scores. So the Padres drive it 70 yards and cut this lead to 14-6 with the extra point to follow.
A 4-minute drive. That's all it took. Started with that kind of squib kick. Wasn't that fond of it.
Yeah.
I'd like to have seen him get it on the 20s to the 30, but be that as it may, that was a nice mix and run and pass there.
Yeah, I mean, the kind of throwing the ball downfield really opens up the run game, and that's something SI has to be kind of aware of, the kind of two different sides of their offense now, instead of really just those kind of screen passes and just run-first offense.
Yeah, Dominique Lampkin had a nice drive that time, hit Terrence Lavelle with a couple throws downfield. Padres ran the ball as well on that drive, and the extra point is up, and it is good. So the kick is through by Damon Lewis, and we have a one-score ball game, guys. 14-7 Cats. 8 minutes, 1 second to go here in the third quarter. It was all SI in the first half. A great halftime, a nice 14-0 lead, but now the offense got to go back to work.
Now, what would be your prescription right now? I think SI has got to reassert itself as the potential winner of this game. They've got to really establish the run game. They got to throw. They got to mix. They got to do exactly what we saw the opposition do here.
I mean, someone besides Danny Ryan needs to step up and start making some plays, because I mean, Sarah knows the ball's going to go to him, and he's still making plays, but SI had a few kind of drop passes in the first half, and they really need those other wide receivers not named Danny Ryan to make some plays to kind of spread out the ball and it make SI be able to kind of drive the ball down the field.
Really kind of a gut check time for the offensive line, I'm thinking. They've been able to be very versatile in their offense, and now the pressure is going to be on them to hold the ball for a longer period of time. And that's going to be the crux of this game right now.
Shannon deep, Ryan deep, Lewis to kick it away. SI's offense has been very successful in the first half, except for a couple of turnovers. They've only punted the ball one time.
There's a real small line, a thin line between success and non-success. You think of maybe a procedure penalty against SI, or the drop pass by the tight end, I think James Adams, that stopped the clock and it stopped a potential drive. So they got to play mistake-free and take control of the line of scrimmage.
And remember, Josiah Shannon did fumble that opening kickoff, so let's see if they kick it back to him or over to Danny Ryan.
And Lewis will kick it deep, and it's going to be Danny Ryan going over to get it, running to his left, up the middle of the field to about the 25-yard line.
I just keep thinking, guys, it's time of possession now. Regardless of whether they score, it'd be nice if they could just hold on to this ball for a good 5 to 6 minutes just to reassert their strength in this game.
We have not seen Zachary Taylor-Smith yet today. Now it's kind of a tough call if we will see him at all. He was the starting quarterback all last season, the all WCAL, the junior of the year for the WCAL. Played the entire game against Midi last week, has played in every single game so far this year. We have not seen Zachary Taylor-Smith today. Teddy Buchanan's going to throw on first down, and he fires it to Danny Ryan. And Danny Ryan gets very close to a first down. So Danny Ryan, he's one of those receivers I'm so impressed. He can make the short gain and he can make the long gain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's, like you say, Case, he's a combination possession guy and a long threat and a guy that can really move after the catch.
Good. Give Danny Ryan 9 yards on that one, 2nd and 1. Teddy's going to hand the ball off. Joe Celentano gains about a yard and a half. That's good enough for a first down for the Wildcats.
Let's just move the chains, gentlemen, huh?
Yeah, that's just what they need to do, kind of a steady diet of Buchanan and Ryan to lead the Cats to victory.
Sounds like a presidential team, Buchanan and Ryan.
It really does.
I mean, that's pretty much what their offense has been the first, kind of 20 or so minutes of this game.
Right.
So our man, number 80, is to the near side, lined up to the right of Teddy Buchanan. And the ball is going to be faked. Teddy Buchanan does a nice job of getting away from a Sarah lineman. Gets upfield for about 3 or 4. We'll call it 2nd and 6.
Once again, I'm a big strategy fan. I love the way he's eating clock. Of course, we see Coach Machado and some of these other guys do the same thing every. SI didn't always do this, did they, Case? Take so much time between plays like this? Well, they always.
I love the way the offense is presented. I think you need a senior quarterback and a senior leader to kind of do it this way.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really huddle up on offense, but I think it's dictated by personnel. Teddy Buchanan can obviously handle that. Teddy's going to throw, looking, firing short and incomplete. Try to get it to his tight end, James Adams. So a big play here for the Cats. Guys, 3rd and 7. They have a first down on this drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Yeah, that's another ball that probably should have been caught that's really hurting those Cats' drop passes.
Yeah, it seems too, because of the time they take between this, you almost like you have to throw. If you run now, it's going to look like a drag. You know what I mean? Yeah, even if they make the first down, it still looks like the wrong call.
So Jess Celentano is the back. Danny Ryan in the slot, looking to his left. It's going to be a short pass to Celentano, trying to break a tackle. He can't do it. That's going to bring up fourth down.
Yeah.
So the Serra defense holds, and the Serra side of the field starts making some noise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see how SI responds on defense here.
I think it's time for a Serra turnover. They haven't done that yet, have they?
Keelan O'Connell, the kicker and punter for the Wildcats. 2 men back for the Padres. Nate Sanchez along with Terrence Lavelle. Nice high punt this time. A fair catch, and he makes a nice fair catch. Was that Sanchez? It was. Nate Sanchez does a nice job of catching that football. Padres start from their own 28-yard line.
Interesting to see the strategy of the Padres now. They've had success throwing and running the ball. They've kind of widened out the game a little bit here, so let's see what they do.
For the latest updates on St. Ignatius class reunions, alumni events, and upcoming SI class Christmas lunches and dinners in December, log on to siprep.org and click on Alumni for more information. Here comes Bo Gardner into the middle of the line, or lined up on the end this time for the Cats, a double wing formation. This is Mashian with the ball in the double wing, and he gets ahead, and slowly but surely those gains that used to be a yard or two, the Padres are starting to lengthen some of them out, and now an SI player is down, and that's a big one. That's Bo Gardner. He was late getting onto the field that time, and he is down at about the 25-yard line, and the SI training staff is going to go out and take a look. Bo Gardner going to UCLA next year to play football.
He's a long snapper, too, I was reading, huh? He's got, that's a nice way to find a spot for yourself.
Looks like this was more of a cramp than anything else, so Bo Gardner will have to sit out a play, and hopefully he'll get right back in to the football game. Boy, big score at Reardon. The Crusaders lead the Irish 27-0. Mark Modesti in his first season at Reardon won a couple of non-league games. Mark Modesti slowly but surely starting to turn that program around. The Nick Stanfill Cup. Back to the action here. The Padres with a run on second down converted to a first down. Nate Sanchez, the ball carrier, gains about 6, and he's got a first down for the Padres.
Kind of a strange silence with us over here, Case, because we're waiting to see what happens here. This is a real key part of the ball game right here.
It could be a big turning point, kind of depending on how this drive turns out.
The Serra offense starting to push the Cats around just a little bit here. Lampkin's going to fake the handoff, run to his right, and be in huge trouble. Teddy Buchanan, a tackle for loss. 6-yard, 5-yard loss, going to bring up 2nd and 15 for the Padres.
A little more of that. Yeah, he's very active as a linebacker. And you know what? I don't think you're far off on your assessment of these linebackers. This is a real quick bunch who ends up making most of the tackles.
Lampkin from the gun again. He's going to throw this time. He's looking deep, but he's going to sprint up the middle, gain some yards across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. It's going to bring up a third down, but a manageable 3rd and 7 now for the Padres. I think it's time for number 11, SGH, to make a play, force a fumble, pick off a pass. Lampkin from the gun. He's going to throw, looking to the near side, now looking deep, nobody there, now scrambling. He's very elusive. Teddy Buchanan misses a tackle but slows him down, and he's going to be short of the first down. Schaefer Snipes cleans it up, and the Padres will have 4th down. He is quick and elusive.
Wow.
And you got to say it, Bob, in years past, the SI historically doesn't have the defense to be able to handle that play on a quick, elusive quarterback, but they got him there. He gained a yard, but it's 4th down.
Wow. I'm kind of surprised. I know it's early still, but I'm surprised they're not going for it, frankly. I know it sounds
too
weird.
early, especially in a one possession game.
Yeah, I know. But the way they've been kind of feeling it a little bit here.
The kick is going to go towards Danny Ryan, bouncing and rolling and out of bounds. So an effective kick that time inside the 20. Damon Lewis does his job. And the Cats will take over. Call it the 18-yard line.
That's a little reprieve, isn't it? I feel a little better now. But I want to see an extended drive. Don't we all?
Saw Franco Finn here earlier today firing up the crowd. The SI cheering student body section is absolutely packed. Over to our right, the Serra sideline is packed.
I love it. This is bringing back memories.
Teddy Buchanan, the quarterback for the Wildcats. He's going to hand the ball off. Celentano gets ahead for a couple. 2nd and 8 for the Cats. SI a little bit quiet on offense here in the 3rd quarter. Give Celentano 3 yards on that carry, so 2nd and 7. Shannon in the backfield, but Buchanan's going to throw. He throws a short pass, and it's completed for a short gain to Marcelo Villavicencio. Gains a couple. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Another big 3rd down here for the Cats.
3rd about, 4 looks like, huh?
Yeah, it looks like it's noted on the scoreboard 3rd and 3. It looks closer to 4 to me.
Be a
3rd and 4.
Good time for a design quarterback run.
He always seems to be the guy that gets him out of trouble, doesn't he?
Danny Burke into the lineup for the Cats. We haven't heard his name called yet today. He's in the slot next to Danny Ryan. Now he's in motion. Looking for Ryan. Not there. Teddy Buchanan's going to scramble now. He's going to throw a short pass. Completed, but I'm not sure he got the 1st down. It's going to be a little bit short.
Yeah, I think he's going to be short. A yard short.
It's going to bring up 4th down and very short. Now, John Regalia has gone for it in some very unusual situations over the years. And they're going to go for it, it looks like, right now.
I do not like this decision. You're winning. You're up 14-7.
I'm with you.
Yeah, you have a chance to punt the ball away and maybe potentially pin them.
Teddy Buchanan on the quarterback sneak, and he got it, I believe. Did he? My God, you would need a laser to know for sure if he got that 1st down or not. This is up to the officials.
I'm with you no matter what happens on this. I think you're right.
I think they got it.
Very close. That is a gutsy call. I do remember years ago in the Bruce Mahoney game at Kezar Stadium, SI ran the ball 3 times. We're facing a 4th and 3 from their own 27, and I said the punter's coming on the field, but he didn't. And Regalia went for it in the 1st quarter, the 1st drive. He got the 1st down, and he got the 1st down on that one, and you got to hand it to John Regalia.
Man.
What a gutsy call that was.
Yeah, those are the type of plays you got to make if you want to win the WCAL championship.
Taking us to the 4th this way too, Case, huh?
That will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Your score, it's the Cats 14, the Padres 7. You are watching the SI Sports Network.
St. Ignatius College Preparatory is a Catholic Jesuit school serving the San Francisco Bay Area since 1855. Through a rigorous and integrated program of academic, spiritual, and co-curricular activities, St. Ignatius challenges its students to lead lives of faith, integrity, and compassion. Students are enriched by a diverse and loving Christian community and are called to become lifelong learners who develop their individual talents for the greater glory of God. With a commitment to intellectual excellence, leadership, service, and justice, we strive to be men and women for and with others, responding courageously to the opportunities and challenges of our time. Courage to lead, passion to serve.
The great Chuck Murphy with that last spot, the son of the great J.B. Murphy, and Bob, a relative of the great
Is
Chuck.
he out here? Where is he?
No, he was on that last spot, that last commercial.
Was he? I didn't hear it. I took the headsets off and said, God bless John
How do you
Regalia.
not know the voice of
I would have.
the great one?
If I heard Charles, he does the invocations all the time.
Teddy Buchanan looking to throw deep, but he's in trouble, trying to get away from a Serra pass rush, and he's going to go down. Loss of just a couple. He got back close to the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose a couple on the play. 2nd and 12 for the Cats.
Yeah, Teddy tried his best in that situation there. Not a lot of help from an O-line. I mean, you can go in circles and try to get a few yards, but it's tough to get anything out of that.
Alex Hall joining the broadcast. That was his voice you just heard. Senior Alex Hall. Buchanan's going to throw, looking to his right now, firing to his right, and it's completed. Michael Harrison with the catch. He's out of bounds. Gains about 6 or 7. A manageable third down now for the Cats, but another big third down here, Bob.
You know, I'm kind of with you here, and also with you who just left. These designed runs, I think, are better. I don't like him being indecisive as a QB. When he comes back and he wants to run, that's when he's most successful.
Yeah.
Jackson Kennedy on the field. We haven't called Jackson's name yet today. He's the wide receiver to the far side. He's had some big catches, a big bunch of receivers to the left. Now Michael Harrison is in motion. Danny Ryan in the bunch to the left. And he's going deep, and he's got his man Danny Ryan at midfield. First down, Wildcat. Who else but Danny Ryan? Senior to senior, Buchanan to Ryan.
Wow. That presidential team is working well. And you know what's great about that case? He's going to the outside. He's going to his left and makes a great throw. Unbelievable throw.
Their brains just sync up together. They know exactly where they are, and DR can just get that ball easily and every single time that play's drawn up.
Anytime SI's needed a big play today, Danny Ryan has delivered.
Wow. Huge.
What a throw by Teddy Buchanan. Ryan well over 1,000 yards on the season now receiving for the Wildcats. It's going to be a handoff this time. Shannon gets ahead for a nice run. Jashai Shannon gets about 4. Call it 2nd and 6 for the Cats.
This gives you the luxury of working on the clock a little bit now. I know that they can't continue just to run the ball, but it's a nice pacing gesture to get that clock below 10 minutes.
Yeah, nice drive here by the Wildcats, converting a 4th and very short at the end of the third quarter. Teddy Buchanan got it by the nose of the football, and now SI in Padre territory with a 14-7 lead, coming up on 10 minutes to go in this ball game. Ryan, Harrison go to the right. It's going to be a double pass. Danny Ryan can throw this ball if he wants to. He's just going to run for it, and he's going to get out of bounds. That's going to be a rush, not a reception for Danny Ryan. He gains about 3 or 4. The Padres were there.
Yeah. I don't think I saw any receivers out there, though. Not a lot of help for DR to throw anywhere.
That was a great decision he made, though. He just tucked it up and went. It was not indecisive. He went right for it.
Gained a couple. It'll be 3rd and 3. We had a play earlier this year where Zachary Taylor Smith snuck into the game as a receiver, took a pass, and hit Teddy Buchanan himself on a throwback, and Buchanan did the rest, taking it into the end zone, and now we have a timeout called by the Wildcats. So John Regalia is going to use one here early in the fourth quarter, 9:53 to go. Cats lead 14-7, a very critical 3rd and 3. So Coach Regalia wants to talk about this one with the offense.
You know, if I could just mention this you were mentioning earlier about the Prep Hall of Fame, in which my esteemed coach Vince Tringali was finally voted into after a second time. That's going to be a heck of a party because, you know, Big Mike Murphy had a Sacred Heart, and St. Cecilia's, my old Cub Scout softball battery mate, He's a great guy to hang with. That'll be a great party. Dave Klein was a great player at Poly at two sports, actually baseball, basketball, and football. I remember him on those great teams that Poly had. Matt Galegas from Sacred Heart is going in. Another great player and a great guy. Mike Faust was a center and a baseball player for Balboa. Marty Cole from Poly, the Cole family. What a great family. Those guys know more about music and sports, and that's all that really matters in life, actually. Those guys are fantastic. And Ken Cellini, who was a great pitcher at Galileo in the 60s. Really a hard-throwing and a great curveball lefty. That's going to be a great party coming up in May of next year. All these people making the Prep Sports Hall of Fame in San Francisco. Should be a great day.
Well done, Bob. So a big third down here for the Wildcats. Teddy Buchanan in the gun, fires a pass, and it's completed to who else but Danny Ryan, and he's got a first down. Again, a possession receiver on that play. The short, tough yards, the tough first down, and like I said, every time they need a third down conversion, you look for number 80.
Wow. Boy.
Danny Ryan is just having a day. What a season. He's over 70 receptions on the season.
Now that the clock is starting, they're going to let this roll pretty good.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. Clock management. SI's done a great, even when they weren't a very good team in the last couple of years, they do a great job with the management of the clock. Always have. It's going to be Teddy Buchanan up the middle, breaking a tackle, but only getting about a yard. That'll bring up second down.
You worry about the ball a little bit there. It looked like he was kind of like a little loaf of French bread there on it. Hold on to the ball. It's a one-possession game still.
Yeah, don't do anything stupid yet.
Yet?
Yes. Especially in this time.
Number 80 to our right. It seems redundant calling him out on pre-snaps, but he is someone to look for. No question about that. Buchanan's looking that way right now, looking that way, firing across the middle. There he is. Another first down for the Wildcats. Danny Ryan from Teddy Buchanan.
That was a little too close for comfort, though. That ball was defended pretty well by the Padres.
It's like, I think it's his third reception on this drive as well.
That was great.
Anytime they need first down.
Cats with a first down at the 24-yard line. Clock moving. By the time SI snaps this football, we're going to be close to 8 minutes left in the game.
And I think, according to form, guys, they're going to run this ball, don't you think?
Yes, and then maybe go for a throw for DR.
A first down. There's no you got it your way now. You got it your way now. So let's run.
Shannon's the back. It will be Shannon. Shannon to his left breaks a tackle and gets out of bounds on a nice run to about inside the 20 to about the 19-yard line. Gain of 5. The only thing that run does is it does stop the clock.
Right.
And a good read on the blocks by Josiah Shannon right there, seeing that there's no help on the right, so he just went to the left.
Give him 6 yards on that 2nd and 6. Jackson Kennedy checks in. 18 seniors were honored today for the Wildcats, along with their team managers. And there will be a lot more football, or hopefully a lot more football left for the Cats. We'll find out tomorrow when they play next. Buchanan with Ryan in the backfield this time. Buchanan throws it to Shannon. Shannon's got a lane inside the 10, close to the 5, and another first down for the Wildcats.
What a great call that was, don't you guys? That was unbelievable. I don't think they've done that kind of inside screen look for a while.
No. Great call, great design. A couple of the big boys are checking in. Villavicencio in, Duke Reeder in. They're usually D linemen. Cats look like they're going to go power formation here on 1st and goal from the 6. And once again, by the time SI snaps this ball, we're going to be fairly close to 7 minutes and 10 seconds to go in this game. Controlling the clock on this drive. Shannon is the back from the gun. Buchanan. He's going to give it to Shannon. That's okay. Maybe gains a yard, probably a no gain, but the clock will keep moving. 2nd and goal. Under 7 minutes now.
Maybe we'll see some sort of sweep here.
Maybe. I mean, you got to make it creative. You can't just do a draw every single time here.
I don't know if I'm you or if I'm John Regalia. I'm trying to figure out something for number 80.
I don't know. A little close in.
Maybe like a
Well,
third
he's a
down
possession
play.
receiver.
No, he's great. I agree.
He has an 8-yard touchdown catch in this game.
Yeah, that's true. you got stats on your side there, big boy.
Well, let's figure out where he is, first of all.
Yeah, seven.
He's a part of a bunch of receivers to the right of Teddy Buchanan. Under 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the ball game now. Danny Ryan now in motion, comes to the left, and we have a whistle.
Delay a game?
That hurts.
Delay a game. So SI really is taking their time. I mean, they are bleeding the clock. That time they let the play clock expire, so that backs it up to the 12-yard line. And I don't know, maybe gives Ryan a little bit more room to operate.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yep. Why not?
Damn it.
You can't take those penalties this late in the game.
That one was a mistake.
Yeah.
Ryan is split to the left now. Buchanan looking to his left, looking to his left, looking to his left. He's in trouble. He throws it with his left hand, and he completes it to Shannon. Deshaun Shannon is going to lose some yards on the play. It's going to bring up third down. A very athletic play by Teddy Buchanan.
Dangerous
play. Dangerous play by Teddy
Buchanan.
Buchanan.
Like doing that throw, switching to the left hand there, and almost like, I don't know how you throw that exactly, but just like,
the play's going to lose 7 yards on a completed pass. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 19-yard line. So let's look for number 80 right now.
The only thing good about that case, he stayed in bounds after the catch, so we ate a much more clock up on this one.
Clock's still moving. We'll also look for number 40, Keelan O'Connell. If this play comes up short, we'll see Keelan come onto the field, and the Cats are going to use a timeout here. They let the play clock go all the way down. Only one timeout left for the Cats. They did this in the first half. Not as big a deal. Could be a big deal here in the second half with just one timeout left. Cats lead 14-7, 5:32 to go.
Yeah, you might very well be right there, Case. They got a little too cute there on that delay of game, and got a little even cuter on that changing hands pass, which was kind of ill-advised, but at least it wasn't incomplete, and at least the receiver stayed in bounds, and at least we blew it down to 5:32 here.
Hey, we got some news. The SI Lady Wildcats field hockey team wins 1-0 against St. Francis in the CCS quarterfinals today. So congratulations to the SI Cats field hockey team. Got a shout out from my guy Gene Clancy, class of 77, number 72, Gene Clancy. College roommate, listening in. I always look for number 72, Bob, when I come to an SI game, the first game of the year. I want to see who's wearing Gino's number.
That's cool.
Absolutely.
I remember him. He's a pretty popular guy in that class, I remember.
Oh, yeah. Gino's one of the best. There's no doubt about that. He also referenced the 1976 game, the brutal loss against the Bells.
What do you predict here, Case? I want to hear what you got to say. What do you think? Danny Ryan? All right.
I mean, there's only one option, really.
There's only one option. Teddy Buchanan looking for Danny Ryan already. He's double covered, but they're going to throw it anyway into the end zone and incomplete. He was double covered. Nate Sanchez did a nice job. He slid over, took away the inside. Teddy Buchanan had to throw it outside, and he was covered there as well. So the Padres kind of knew where that ball was going to go. Incomplete, and here's the biggest kick of the season for Keelan O'Connell. He's going to spot the ball, looks like at about the 26-yard line. This is going to be a 36-yard field goal attempt for the junior, Keelan O'Connell.
On the hash mark, not the best placement for him, but let's see.
Been consistent this year, but for sure the biggest kick of the year for him.
So Keelan O'Connell lines it up. Kick is blocked. It could be returned, actually. The Padres can run this back. This is a break for the Cats if they just put him down, and they do inside the 5. So a field position, at least, they could have got, if the Padres just let that ball go and didn't pick it up or touch it, they would have gotten the ball much further upfield.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, make it tougher on Sarah. You have to earn the touchdown here.
You know, the Padres were all over that rush. They broke through and easily pretty easily really blocked that kick.
Yeah, there was nobody here that thought that was going to have a chance as soon as that was snapped. 14-7, 5:16 to go, and they've got the ball at the 5, huh, Case? All right.
The 5-yard line, 95 yards from a tie, 5:16 to go. We've been talking about the SI defense. We're talking about how they might have the best linebacker crew in the history of the school. They have 3 great down linemen. They have a front 7 that's as good as it's ever been here at SI, and they are going to be tested right now by the undefeated Serra Padres, 9-0 overall, 6-0 in league play, but the defense is 5 minutes and 16 seconds away from getting a share of the WCAL championship.
That's what we're all hoping for. Let's go, guys.
So here we go. Padres are going to spread it out this time. The quarterback is, of course, the sophomore, Dominique Lampkin. And Lampkin is going to throw here on first down. A short pass completed. You don't often see a man catch the ball near the end zone, but Nate Sanchez, I believe, breaking some tackles and positive yardage for the Padres on that one.
I mean, if they got that first tackle there, it would have been much closer to SI's touchdown over there, but, I mean, making it easy right there. But
yeah, no kidding.
Gain of 7, yeah. 2nd and 3. Padres have a bunched up 3 receivers to the left of Lampkin. Lampkin's going to fake the handoff and throw it quickly. Another screen set up. Same man again, number 4 with the reception. That's Nate Sanchez. He gets close to a first down, out of bounds.
If they ain't broke, don't fix it. Just do back-to-back plays like that.
Now, these linebackers are great.
Yeah.
But they got to make tackles, too, besides being quick. So let's go.
Make sure that SI's also covering well as well.
So right. Nate Sanchez gets the first down. I thought they had the ball at the 5.
Originally, they did.
I guess it's up to the 15.
Yeah,
he
is.
Barely got
it. Actually, you're right. It seems short of that.
Here's a throw by Lampkin again.
Where's the pass rush?
He's got time. The coverage was good, so Lampkin's going to run it up the field for about 2 yards. A lot of running by Dominique Lampkin to gain 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Very crucial part of the game here. It's time to put some pressure on this fella.
Clock moving. 4:35 to go. Cats lead 14-7. The sophomore Dominique Lampkin being tested now. He's looking to throw. He's in trouble. Eludes one rusher. Now he's going to go down. And the SI defense will get credit for a sack on that one. Tackle for loss for 5-yard loss. He'll bring up 3rd down.
There's the pass rush right there.
He got out of bounds, though. That was good for them.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think? You think next year Shawman gets someone to clean these windows?
Yeah. Thank you, Bob. I don't want to say it myself, but looking into the sun with the windows, kind of hard to see at the moment.
Yeah.
Looking to the southwest here. Lampkin on 3rd down. Big play. 3rd and long. A short pass that's completed. Got a long way to go to get that first down, and he is not going to get there.
Out of bounds, though.
Yep.
Stops the clock.
That's Matt Rolandi with the catch, but 4th down, and the Padres are in a dangerous spot here.
Looks like they're staying on.
They're going to go for it. This is the game right here. It's 4th and 10. Fourth and 10. Pat Walsh and the Padres are going to go for it. Lampkin from the gun. He's got to get the ball up the field.
Oh, timeout.
And now they're going to use a timeout.
Wow. Casey's trying to open the windows now. I love this.
I mean, both teams playing very bold today. I mean, SI went 4 from 1 on a terrible side of the field, and they got it. And then 4th and 10 right now for Serra to keep themselves in the game. I mean, this is a crucial part of the game.
Truly it is. We've had a lot of crucial parts of the game.
Yeah.
So this is the biggest one. But
if SI holds here, they'll get the ball in unbelievable field position and put the game away.
Trouble is, they're missing on 1st and 2nd and 3rd attempts on tackling these either quarterbacks or receivers.
Now they're going to punt it away.
Okay.
Ah.
I mean, there's still a lot of time left. 4:11 on the clock. You can have this one possession by SI, hoping that Sarah stops them on, I don't know, like in a minute or so.
And they will kick it away. So, Alex, I'll quiz you right now. Something very subtle happened in SI's favor there. What was it?
So? Oh, they figured out what was happening on the other side. I don't know.
Sarah had to burn a timeout.
Oh, true.
They only have 2 left now, and SI's going to run the football.
They call another one.
No.
Yes.
Oh, my. No.
I believe so.
Well, Lewis is the punter, and he's walking back towards the sideline. Wow. Are they going to burn 2 timeouts right now? So Pat Walsh.
That is going to hurt.
If they don't get it,
yeah.
SI can literally run the game out. Pat Walsh has been the head coach of the Padres since the 2001 season. Coming into the year, he has 142 victories, 73 losses, and a tie, a .660 winning percentage. You know, guys, in the 10 years before Pat Walsh got there, Sarah's league record, you're going to be amazed. Sarah's league record was 18-37 in the 10 years before Patrick Walsh got there.
Now, this could be a huge psych-out move, too, Case.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they're figuring out a fake punt, maybe. I don't know. With 2 timeouts, you never know what's going to happen.
You use 2 timeouts.
Oh, wait.
So Dominique Lampkin back on the field.
Okay.
They
bluffed it again.
Vic Pony is the back. Lampkin, low snap, looking to throw. He's got to get rid of it. Looking to throw. SI's defense is getting there. Now he's going to run for it. Is he going to get there? And I think he did. Wow. Dominique Lampkin extends this football game with a unbelievable athletic run, a first down for the Padres, and he gets out of bounds with 4 minutes and 2 seconds to go. The sophomore with a big play.
That is a huge risk by Sarah, taking those 2 back-to-back timeouts. And Dominique...
Lots of missed tackles, fellas.
Yeah.
Lots of missed tackling.
Getting sloppy out there.
Well, Lampkin, very elusive. He's going to throw a little high and out of bounds.
No one's home over there for that screen pass.
Looked like he wanted to get it to Terrence Lavelle, but not really close. 2nd and 10. What a play a moment ago by the sophomore Dominique Lampkin. He was in trouble.
He was, and he hopped over to get that first down. He made one last lunge to get it. Great play.
Mm-hmm.
Again, they missed him 3 times, though. Come on, Bears.
He will be someone to watch for next year.
Let's go, Cats. Come on, Cats.
Next 2 years, Lampkin to throw again. Going to go deep middle, and he has got a man. Lavelle again. Terrence Lavelle with a big catch to the 48-yard line. So the Padres, with a miracle first down, are now moving the football.
The tides are turning in this game right now. SI needs to get a hold of their defense. Linemen need to get those tackles, and coverage needs to get better.
Clock moving, 3:20. Lampkin to throw again. He's feeling it now. And he throws a lob over the middle, and it's a great catch by Lavelle. Thought it was going to be a pick for a second. Lavelle picks up 8 yards.
What an amazing catch right there. The one-hander with pressure on his back right there. That's a tough catch.
The Padres are still alive. Unbelievable. Coming up on 3 minutes to go. A fantastic finish is set here for J.B. Murphy Field. Cats lead 14-7. Padres on the move. Lampkin completed. Lavelle's got room. Lavelle breaks a tackle inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. Terrence Lavelle, the senior, stepping up for the Padres.
SI needs to get together and hold strong. They just need they need to hold them down. They just need to hold them down.
SI might need a timeout here, to be honest with you, on defense.
Yeah, I mean, 2:35. There we go. Yeah.
Then they do it. Good call, Bob. They used their final timeout with 2:35 to go. The Padres only have 1 timeout in this ball game. Danny Ryan has a couple of touchdowns from Teddy Buchanan, 8 yards and 22 yards. Jackson Latamua took it in from 1 yard. 14-7 Cats, 2:35 to go. Can't set it up any better than that, Bob.
How many people are the Cats rushing right now? They're not getting any pressure on this guy,
and he's elusive as well as a thing. Under pressure, he can find a hole and just try to get a first down. I mean, he wasn't playing that hard in the first quarter, the first couple quarters, but now I think he's found his own in the second half.
You know, a couple of the great high school football writers, Mitch Stevens with the Chronicle, Harold Abend, we all know Harold Abend, wrote a couple articles about this game, talking about what a great game it's going to be. Serra, something has never happened in their 73-year history, a 10-0 season. The Cats with a chance for a share of the WCAL, not since 2006. Two great articles, and they were right on, as this is a great football game.
Trips on the right side, screen pass.
It's completed to Mashian, and he's going to break a tackle. Gets to about the 17-yard line. Mahashin, I should say. Hassan Mahashin with the play.
He broke like 3 tackles right there.
It's a tackling problem they're having. It is. It really is. Come on. Let's go. Come on.
Everyone's on their feet here at J.B. Murphy Field.
It's second down. Padres at the 17-yard line. They started from their own 5. Another short pass also completed to Mahashin. He gets out of bounds close to the 10.
That'll probably be first down right there. Oh.
Yep, it is.
First and goal from the 10. Here we go with 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes.
Just little flat patterns, and let these guys run, and they're doing what they're doing it. I wouldn't be surprised if they ran up the middle or something different right here.
The back in the backfield is Vince Pony. It's going to be Pony running to his left, nowhere to go, but he battles for maybe a yard. The SI defense is there. SGH, one of the tacklers. Second down, clock moving.
I thought that may do that. I actually made a right call there, but they didn't do anything with it, so do it again.
Still time for Patrick Walsh, but with the clock moving and one timeout, second down and goal. Lampkin is going to throw. Looking, in trouble. Now
so
running.
Much time.
Running. Trying to get out of bounds, and he finally will inside the 10, about the 6, all the way over on the far side of the field. It's going to bring up a third down for the Padres.
Lampkin's having so much time to figure out what he wants to do. I think he probably had 5 seconds to check on his receivers, and then he bowled it off.
You're right. Too much time to do stuff.
Yeah.
So
120
here
on
it
the
is.
clock.
Big play on third down, but they will go for it on fourth. There's no question about that. Lampkin looking to his left. He throws to his left. He's got a man. Touchdown, Lavelle. Terrence Lavelle, a 6-yard touchdown. This is a 1-point ball game. Now the question is do the Padres go for 2 or 1?
I think they go for 1. You can't take a risk. You can't take a risk like that.
He's already taken a couple of them. 2 timeouts before they went on 4th and 10.
Yeah. And SI has no timeouts right now on their final drive.
So on to kick it is Damon Lewis. The holder, David Silk.
Maybe they got something up our sleeves, maybe a block, hopefully.
A big extra point. It's up, and it is good. We have a tie ball game. 1:15 to go. We are tied at 14.
And roughing the kicker right there.
Is there a penalty on that?
Yeah, roughing the kicker.
Probably enforced on the kickoff, right?
Yeah.
That's going to give SI really bad field position.
California tiebreaker is the overtime procedure.
Might there be something here where he's going to say, does that go half the distance, and might they run that 2-point conversion in?
They could if they accept the penalty.
Sarah's coach is asking some questions on here.
They can accept the penalty and get the ball half the distance and avoid the overtime if they want to try for 2. 1:15 to go, so they're going to discuss this.
Big decisions by the refs here. This can decide the game.
Yeah, if the Padres want to go for 2, it
and the
will
refs have been doing
decide
a good
the game
as well. They've been doing a really good game.
Got to give credit to Serra. They are a championship football team with their backup quarterback down 14-0. Everything going SI's way to claw back and tie this game for the moment at 14-14. We're going to see what happens.
I'm sorry,
they haven't put up on the scoreboard yet.
They didn't put the other point up yet to make it 14-14. So I think it is in question what we were thinking. Sorry.
For the moment, we'll see what happens. We could have a situation where the Padres accept a penalty and go for 2. We'll see. Reardon with a big lead over Sacred Heart Cathedral. Good for the Crusaders. Valley won last night. They're 6-1. Serra comes in 6-0. Cats 5-1. That's all you need to know.
What are they going to do?
They're going to accept the penalty, which means they're going to go for 2. You don't accept the penalty to kick it over because they've already got the extra point made. They're going to get half the distance, and they're going to go for 2.
This
Unbelievable.
Is the biggest play of the game. Putting all the chips.
I was afraid of that.
Out there. Going
biggest
all
play
in.
of the game. It's the biggest play of the season.
Yes.
Here, let's get. Unbelievable. The Padres are going to go for 2. It's a double wing formation. Lampkin is the quarterback. They're going to go double wing, and did he get there?
Looks like he's got.
He's short. What is it? No good.
They got him.
No good. The Cats hold. The Cats hold.
Oh my goodness.
Unbelievable.
Oh my goodness. I really thought he had it there.
So did I.
Oh my gosh. Whoa.
Nate Sanchez got to the goal line. He did not get over the goal line.
What a defensive hold there.
Who made that
defense tackle? Conversion is not good. Cats lead 14-13.
It's a team effort on there right there.
SI will have to survive an onside kick here with 1 minute and 15 seconds to go.
Oh my. It looked like all the things were going in Serra's favor on that drive. So many big plays from the 4th and 10 in the 2 timeouts in that one drive, and Serra goes all the way downfield and gets that touchdown, and then SI holds them down. That 2-point conversion, just wow.
So SI's special teams have to compose themselves because we will see an onside kick.
It's crazy how teams can rebound after that.
You know what? I know we're all up here. I thought he made it too, but I think right where he got stopped was right with the meeting of those 2 goal
the yellow
lines. Yeah.
And red. Yeah.
I don't know. Did he trip?
Who
so tackled him?
I don't know.
Nate Sanchez is one of their leaders.
Those types of plays are messes.
Nobody argued.
Yeah.
You know?
He's a senior, Sanchez. It looked like he had a lane to the end zone. He got tripped up. He fell short. And now, onside kick time for the Padres.
Looking down to the left, there is so many people on the left.
Damon Lewis will do the honors. Here we go.
Well,
and it's recovered by the Cats. Well done, Michael Harrison. He got a good bounce. He corralled it and got to the ground, and SI will snap the ball a couple of times, and SI is going to get a share of the WCAL championship for the first time since 2006. Serra does have 1 timeout left.
What a team. What a season.
Wow. I'm flabbergasted by this finish.
I mean, I'm going to have to re-watch this on YouTube again to see what exactly happened. Maybe get a better view of that 2-point conversion try.
But not only that, they had the extra point made. It was a penalty on SI that they accepted, got half the distance, went for the 2.
Well, you know what? I've got to say, I've got to give Patrick, he's taken chances this whole game. He was not in the game at all, and he just wanted to run with it.
So what a big deal taking those 2 timeouts is now for the Padres. I mean, a big deal.
Yes.
You got to go for 2 on the road, though, because if you remember when the Cats won the 2012 CCS Open, Bellarmine went for the 2-point conversion and failed, and the Cats won the game in overtime.
So Serra's not even going to use the timeout here, Bob.
Just amazing, that last drive.
SI snaps the ball and takes a knee. And Patrick Walsh is just going to let the clock expire. He's not even going to use that final timeout. And the St. Ignatius Wildcats have defeated the Serra Padres. Your final score, it's the Cats 14, the Padres 13, and SI for the first time since 2006 will claim a share of the WCAL championship. Serra, Valley Christian, and St. Ignatius all finish the season with a 6-1 mark in the WCAL.
Wow. This is so exciting. So exciting. I couldn't be happier for Coach John.
I'll recap the game, and then I'll let you guys make your final comments. SI fumbled the opening kickoff, but the defense held. Danny Ryan 8 yards from Teddy Buchanan to cap off a 95-yard drive. Danny Ryan 22 yards from Teddy Buchanan, and the Cats led 14-0 at halftime. Second half, Serra took control. Jackson Latamua with a 1-yard run, and then on a fantastic drive by the Padres, a 95-yard drive of their own, Terrence Lavelle with a reception from Dominique Lampkin made it 14-13, Bob. They kicked the extra point. The kick was good. Damon Lewis kicked it through. A penalty on SI for roughing the kicker. Padres went for two, and the Cats held and won this football game.
Well, Patrick Walsh, I've got to hand it to him for taking the chances he did. He burned 2 timeouts, but still made a 4th and 10 way deep in his own territory. Took a chance to win the game. I'm so glad for the Cats, though. The Cats. Again, it's the defense that does never really totally break. Tackling problems, certainly. But, boy, they were really well disciplined. They used the clock well. Probably all of that using the clock in the first half and second half really helped them down the stretch in this game. So I couldn't be happier. A share of the championship is something they haven't done in like 19 years. It's going to be a hot time in the old town tonight.
Share of the championship since 2006. The party is on in the Sunset District of San Francisco as the Cats beat the Padres 14-13, and the entire student section is on the field celebrating with the football team.
Wow.
What a win for the Wildcats. We will find out at some point late tomorrow evening where the Cats play next. They have a chance to be a very high seed in the CCS Open Division. So thanks to everybody for this broadcast today. Bob Sarlott coming in. Always great to speak with you, Bob. All the kids did a great job. As usual, Sean Lahan getting us on the air. Thanks a lot, Sean. What a great football season for the Cats. A share of the 2019 WCAL Championship. Stay connected with SI Athletics on our Twitter feed at SI Scores and on our new app. Just search for SI Prep in the Apple Store or in the Google Play Store. Follow your Wildcat CCS football in November. Thanks for joining us this year. This is the SI Sports Network.